showing up?
Yeah,
Not
I've got you
just
up
yet.
as
It might
well.
take a minute, mightn't it? Oh,
There we go. I think we're live, guys.
says you're live now. Slow page. There we go. There we go.
Cool.
Yeah, I can see you now.
Right, so I forgot to hit live. Okay, I'm sorry. I forgot to hit live, so that is why no one could see anything. Okay, but welcome to the first Chilling with the Ohmies live stream. This has already gone wrong, but we're gonna recover from this. Okay, we're gonna recover. We've got some people with us today. We've got Nick, and we've also got Elliot on Discord right now. So I'm just gonna play the intro and then bring you back up, Elliot, because yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this live stream that could possibly already go even worse than it already has. Now, before you get into the video, let's make sure we hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell, because that way you will receive all the channel notifications and keep up to date with all the latest videos. Now, like I said, this has already gone wrong. We've been talking for about 3-4 minutes and realised I wasn't even live on YouTube. I was just sitting there on the preview screen. So I apologise for anyone that's just been sitting there waiting. And as you can see, we've got Elliot with us, who's now on the screen, and we've also got Nick. Now, what we were briefly talking about was just genuinely how we're doing as people. So I think what we're in 4th week of lockdown now.
Yeah.
Just saying the contrast we've got is obviously got me and Elliot. We're just, you know, no disrespect, man, but we're just like average Joes, aren't we? Do you know what I mean? We're just normal humans. We just go to work and that's it. So it's been completely different from us compared to someone like Nick, who is, you know, a nurse and goes to work every day and is fighting the good fight. But yeah, how is everyone?
Yeah, I'm alright. Guna said he wants to come on. You wish he could come on.
We could sort that. If okay, I just have to add him as a friend on Discord then, surely, and then I can invite him into
invite him to the chat and the call. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Neil, so if you've set up your Discord, send me your username and I'll add you and then invite you in, and then you can chat as well. Like, and if anyone else wants to get involved, there is a Discord that we're running on, so I just need to invite you in. So if you put your usernames in the chat, I can literally just invite you and you can jump straight in. So
yeah, I'll keep an eye on it.
You're an absolute star. Thanks, man.
Yeah, he said to thank you as well, because he's got his target pods and coils. So thanks to Vape to the 7 Seas.
Oh, nice.
Oh, he's working right now, so he can't come on, but he wish he could.
Oh, fair play. No worries. Oh, sweet. It's good to know that people are having a good service with them guys. It's decent. So yeah, Elliot, how are you coping with lockdown? What has lockdown life been for you so far?
Gamer's wet dream.
To be fair, yeah, I'll give you that.
No, I mean, I don't know. Like, you think to yourself that you can get anything you wanted to get done, but it's like you just end up like not doing any of it.
Yeah, and it's one of those things.
Weeks just go by, man.
So me and Nick were talking about this, and I know Nick's still there. I'm not ignoring you. Obviously, she's been going to work as normal. You know, literally fighting coronavirus and helping it in every way she can. Like, for those of you who don't know, she is a nurse and she works for the NHS, and she's just been battling through. And honestly, everyone, all our neighbours I've spoke to, my friends, family, they're all so proud, myself included, are so proud of Nick for going through and battling this. Honestly, it's so admirable. I don't know how she does it. But we were chatting the other day, and Nick was like, oh, like, not in a horrible way, but how are you coping? Because I've just been going to work and I see you in normal intervals that we would normally see each other. And it was quite strange because for me, like Elliot just said, it's like you think, oh, cool, I've got all this time in the world now. I'm just going to play games. I'm just going to do this. I'm going to have a lay-in. But then after a few days or a week, it's like it all just starts merging into one.
Oh, mate, I've
got no concept of time.
Tell me, like, my sleep schedule, my body clock is just completely fucked. Like,
it's mad, isn't it?
Like, it got to the point where I was awake from like midnight to midday, and then I'd go to sleep, and then I'd wake up at midnight and be awake during the during the like early hours of the day, and then go to bed at like 10 in the morning and wake up at 9 p.m. and then swap it over, and then I'd wake up at 9 a.m. and go to bed at 9 p.m.
It's mad.
Yeah.
What have you been like for vape suppliers?
Well, obviously I spoke to you on Facebook because I ran out. I thought I had enough because when the shop was still open, and I last came to see you at Phoenix in Braintree, I obviously thought I'd bought enough, but obviously lockdown was extended and it was like 3 weeks and I ran out.
To be fair, one thing I do want to make clear for anyone who does shop with Phoenix, and obviously comes to see me in the store that I work at, we were told up until the day of lockdown that we were going to be open. So a lot of vape stores were like, we don't know. We don't know what's going on. And that kind of, I'm not trying to out anyone, it kind of caused a little bit of panic within their regular customers. So they bulk bought a lot of stuff. So with us, our customers, what I really respected is everyone stayed very calm, collected, and just bought what they normally would. And a few customers kind of doubled up their order, just to like say coils or whatever, just to make sure. But then obviously when the lockdown hit, we were like, oh, okay, so we can't open. And all our customers have just been buying their regular stuff. So obviously they've moved to online and they're really shifting the gear online. But one thing I do want to ask both of you is, do you think vape shops should be considered essential? It's an ongoing thing I've been just genuinely asking people.
Well, I can give an opinion because obviously my family, or a bulk part of my family, still live in France, and my mum told me that she can still go to her local vape shops because they themselves have like classed themselves as pharmaceutical and they're allowed to stay open as essential business.
Okay.
Just like what you said Phoenix was going to do.
Yeah, I had a feeling that's what they were going to do.
Like,
but
vape shops in France are classed as essential, like all the tobacconists, because in France they're not allowed to sell cigarettes in supermarkets.
Oh, so they have to have tobacconists. Oh, okay.
So they have to have tobacconists and like news agents open.
Yeah.
So obviously then the vape shops were like, well, hang on a minute, if they're open, so all the vape shops in France are still open.
That's the thing with the UK government right now, is it's such a grey area because they're so pro vape, which I'm grateful for. I'm really grateful.
That's what shocked me as well, to be honest. Like the UK is like one of like the top ones in Europe for pro vape, and yet the vape shops aren't open.
Yeah. Having said
like,
that though,
what?
I'll be honest with you, there's a few people I know that work in vape stores that are still open as normal, and they're not letting people in the stores, they're doing local deliveries only. So I know that
like click and collect, yeah.
Well, there's a guy I know, Dan, I'm sure I might be saying this, he's been talking to me anyway, he recently got a job at a company called Vape Jungle, and they're mainly based in Hertfordshire and around that sort of area. And he was like, oh, I've got the job. And this is when lockdown just come into play. And I was like, oh, that's awesome. Like, when do you start? He's like, oh, I start Monday. I'm like, we're on lockdown. He's like, yeah, well, we're still open. But basically what they've done is people can call up, make their orders, and then Dan will physically on foot go around Hertford and deliver them to them contactless. So there are ways of doing it. I know that our Stevenage store is open for local deliveries.
Yeah.
Oh, shout out to Big Dave. I love you. I don't know if he's watching. But... yeah, he's like, okay, people call up, they make their order, they pay for it, and then he'll literally drive and do contactless deliveries. So there are ways around it. I just don't know when Phoenix is going to roll out to other stores. I know that there was obviously the lockdown was extended for 3 weeks, but now they're talking about like a traffic light system where certain stores and certain companies and businesses are going to open in a staggered effect. I don't know if you guys have read any of that.
No.
So basically, they're saying like the green light, which is like the first start of it, is small non-essential shops can start to reopen. Obviously, transport is still advised against. It's kind of slowly letting things in. So the red one, which is the last, is bars, pubs, clubs, that sort of real big social gathering places. But it's not official. It's just articles I've seen floating around. But they're trying to categorise it. Like gyms would be the last sort of ones because they're mass people.
Yeah.
But they're going to slowly let small businesses that are non-essential open after this 3 weeks and kind of stagger it so it gets back to normal rather than opening everything at once. Which, to be honest, I would expect anyway.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Now, I know we briefly spoke about it before we were live, but Nick, what has work been like for you, like recently?
It's actually really hard to explain to. Some days it seems, more or less normal. Apart from it's just changed constantly. Like my ward has changed, the hospital dynamic has changed. We're all in different sections,
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, it's just trying to adapt, like day to day. New rules, new regulations, trying to keep up with Public Health England, what they're promoting every day, what their new guidelines are, because they're changing every day.
They are G's of the game. I'll rate Public Health England. Big up.
Yeah.
95% safer than smoking, mate. What are you saying? But no, have you guys been keeping up with the World Health Organization and what's been going on around the world? Like America are just saying, like, oh, we're not going to fund you anymore. Like, this is your fault.
Yeah, I mean, what do you expect from Trump? He's going to come out with something.
I know. He basically said, like I said, this is all allegedly. Like, don't sue me. I don't know if this is fact. This is just what's been circulating. But apparently, when China were talking about the coronavirus outbreak, before it was an outbreak, so just within China, in early December, there was a 12-week period where they were falsifying numbers and basically telling the World Health Organization that, oh, don't worry, it's nothing. Like, we've got it under control, it's cool. Try to sweep it under the carpet. And then bang, global pandemic. But because, like, the WHO knew about it, America now, Trump's now saying, hang on, you knew about it, you know they're accountable, and you're not holding them accountable. And now there is a global pandemic, which is not just affecting us, but everyone. So we're not going to fund you anymore because you've just taken the piss. You're literally turned a blind eye until it's got to the point where you can't anymore, and it's not acceptable. Which I think is fair enough to say.
I got where he was coming from. It's just the fact he comes out with something like that.
Oh, mate, honestly.
The shock factor.
Trump is a love him or hate him character. I tend to stay out of politics. I just kind of see what's going on. But he just cracks me up. Some of the stuff he says, I just think, how does this come out of a human's brain? Like, how does that... do you know what I mean? How do you... Nah, sorry. But it's just a weird time to be alive right now. Weird time. I think what people aren't realising as well is because we're stuck at home and a lot of their favourite companies and businesses have their stores closed, they're having to resort to go online. But then what that effectively is doing is putting strain on the postal services. Like, no matter how you look at it, it's a domino effect.
I've dropped out. I don't know what's happened.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry. I was trying to speak.
That's all right. Oh, you dropped out. I'll check. You can say hi to people. You're on the webcam now.
Hi.
Nick's just dropped out. I'm just going to make sure that she is back in. Give me 2 secs.
It says I'm connected, and the green circle's going around, but I couldn't hear you speak at all.
Right, okay.
You obviously couldn't hear me speak.
Well, what I'll do is... yeah, it says you are.
Should I leave and then
There we go.
Yeah, if you leave, then come back.
Now I can no longer see you on the YouTube live stream there, Jay.
Yeah, I know. I'm back. Right.
Well, while you're mucking about, a bit of chat going on.
Oh yeah. I haven't got the page up, so if you could.
Guna said red light is first, and amber, then green. I'm talking about the traffic light system.
Yeah, my
I don't
bad.
know if that's a joke. I'm not sure.
No. That is the right way around.
Rob Vapes has joined. He said he never got the notification.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
And then Guna said can't see social places, etc., like cinema, gyms, etc., opening until the very end. Shout out to Nick. What a wonderful job she's doing. And he also asked what flavour you're currently vaping.
I will answer those in 2 seconds.
I don't know how to get back on.
Oh, right, okay. I will invite you. So,
I'm still on the server, and I'm still...
Oh, you just have to click general, and you should jump straight back in. I've just had to click. Yeah, you should be back. Sorry about that, guys. There's always
Sorry.
There we go. There's always a technical issue. I've not done this before, so please be kind. It will get better. I want to start doing these a lot more. Right, in answer to your questions, Neil. Sorry, I got the traffic light system messed up. I knew it was something like that. yeah, so big social gatherings obviously are going to be last to open. It would make so much sense if they did that the other way around. It would be so backwards. I don't know. I, I don't know what numbers to trust in terms of like deaths and cases, because I don't think anyone really knows. I think there's so much going on. Like,
yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I don't think any of these numbers are correct.
Yeah, like it's a hard position for me, and this is why I will explain. Like, obviously, living with Nick and being around someone who's working in the healthcare profession right now, I hear a lot of stuff that I don't know if people are allowed to know or not. And I'm not saying she's like top secret. I just don't know if it's common knowledge. But I'll let Nick explain whatever she can about it. Yeah, is there anything that you think that people should know or that we just don't know right now?
I think one thing that's kind of been annoying me recently, there's actually pages on Facebook of people basically outing the NHS, outing nurses, saying that I don't know what nurses are doing to patients with coronavirus, because they'll go in, with mild symptoms, and then all of a sudden they've passed away. And basically people are creating conspiracy theories to say that, oh, we've signed a waiver that we just need to withdraw treatment, or just crazy things to basically kill these patients because...
Wait, what? There are Facebook
it's
pages
whole
that are saying...
conspiracy, like, it's to do with the government, it's to do with the NHS, it's whole conspiracy theories.
That is mad.
What I just want to say is coronavirus attacks your lungs so quickly that someone could go from, mild symptoms, temperature, cough, shortness of breath one day, go to A&E.
Yeah.
And as sad as it is, some of those people do not make it. And coronavirus takes them very quickly in a matter of days. Do you know what I mean? A matter of few days.
Yeah, of course.
And I think it's even more distressing for the family. And I do understand from families' points of views that they can't visit their family, so they can't see how they are through each of those stages.
Yeah,
through one day being okay and the next day completely deteriorating. I think that is one of the worst part, actually, is that family cannot be with relatives. Obviously, it's all for, again, safety. But that is, honestly, I believe, one of the worst parts of this virus is that it is unfortunately killing so many people, and people can't die with their relatives.
Yeah, that's horrible. I've said to you before in private, like, my mum passed 5 years ago, and I'm so glad that she did. And I know that sounds so weird. It's like, oh, I'm glad she died. It's not that. All I mean by that is, if she was as ill as she was now, I wouldn't be able to cope. Our family wouldn't be able to cope. Like, because we were, looking back, we were fortunate enough to spend every minute of the day with her until she passed. So if I was not able to do that now, I genuinely, mate, I don't know where I'd be mentally. That would really, really destroy me. So I do feel for the families that are losing people to this, or just in general that still can't either go to the funerals or be with their families. It's just, honestly, it's soul destroying. I just realised Neil asked what flavour I'm vaping. I'm vaping blue raspberry from IVG, a 10mg Nick Cell. I picked up the Mulus the other day. I found a Nautilus 2S mesh coil laying around. And I was like, do you know what? I'm going to bang on the Mulus for a little while. And I found some blue raspberry from IVG. So that is what I'm vaping right now.
And as for me, because he did ask what we're all vaping, I have my trusty Own Boy rhubarb, raspberry, and orange blossom.
Oh, mate,
I do have a lot of stuff with Phoenix though. I'm not a sellout.
Hey, no, that's a banging flavour, to be fair, and they do sell it in most Phoenix stores.
For those of you who saw me chuckle a second ago, it's because Rob said it's all bollocks, burn the 5G towers. That wasn't because I was laughing about.
I was just about to say this, right? I was just about to say this. If you genuinely believe that 5G is causing this, oh, mate, thick as pig shit.
What's wrong with people?
It makes no sense.
Said Guna is Neil, right?
Yes.
So Neil said you also have patients that are dying that might have had corona, but that didn't necessarily die from it. maybe have died of underlying causes that were just exacerbated by coronavirus.
100%.
Yes, 100%. Neil, hit the nail on the head there, mate. Hit the nail on the head there.
Yeah, and that's it. And that's what a lot of people don't realise as well is coronavirus can't be treated. The symptoms can be. A lot of times, obviously, it's the lungs basically failing. It's the lungs filling up with fluid.
Don't the fluid solidify?
And if someone,
right.
So if someone has lung conditions or like your body works like a clock as well. So if you've got a heart condition, that means that you can't pump blood. That means that one thing affects another thing basically.
Yeah,
so if you have heart conditions, that can affect your respiratory condition. So like I've got mild asthma, I would be more higher risk. Well, actually, to be fair, it's normally the moderate to severe asthma, but at the minute, my asthma's being exacerbated by the pollen. That's why I'm not working at the minute as well. But yeah, like having preconditions is not going to help. And if you've got immune conditions, if you cancer patients as well, sadly, because their immune systems are so low, if they catch something if they catch anything, it can be detrimental. Do you know what I mean? So
I find it mad.
I think that's something.
I've got a very dark sense of humour. You guys know this. A lot of people watching this live stream probably don't. And this is like a raw version of me. And this is why I'm really enjoying this so far, because I could just sit here and chat to people I enjoy the company of and just be me to you guys. See, this will come out wrong. I'll probably get exposed for this, but oh well. The dark humour that comes with this does crack me up. Some have called this virus the boomer remover. And as harsh as that is, and I know that there's people who have been affected, I'm not making a joke at this, it is serious. I just find it strange that this virus is mainly affecting older people. Is that something, like Nick, is that something that would be quite common in a virus, or is it something that's relatively new?
Oh yeah, 100%. The elderly die from the flu more than anyone.
Right, okay, cool.
Like a normal
so it's not
flu,
a new
like
thing,
the normal influenza.
Viruses
No,
in general.
I mean, sadly, as sad as it is, like I said again, with the immune systems, the elderly are more likely to have lower immune systems. They're more likely to have pre-existing conditions.
Yeah.
I mean, a patient, sadly, could come into hospital with a chest infection and die from it if they're elderly.
Yeah.
If they have any infection, that
scares
can
me, man.
take their body in a whole different way. They can turn septic and then die from that. Do you know what I mean? So, sad as it is, I don't think a lot of people realise how normal viruses or normal infections
See, this is what I was
affect
saying.
the elderly, for example.
This is what I was saying to you the other day, Nick. Like, I don't think the general population understand the severity of it because it's not directly affecting them. It's always they hear about it, they read about it, they see it, but they don't actually have to deal with it themselves. Therefore, they make light-hearted jokes and they just don't take it serious. Like, I am aware of a few people that are still going around friends' houses and socialising, and I'm like, what is wrong with you?
Honestly,
like, genuinely, what is wrong with you?
My blood boil. It really, really.
So, Elliot, you're kind of moderator of the chat right now. Is anything being said? Are you responding to people?
Neil said that one of his best friends just lost his father, and only him and his brother could attend the funeral. Unfortunately, his mum couldn't even go.
That's so sad.
He said he would have been in the same boat as you had the same thing happen to his father.
I know, man. I'm sorry to hear that. That is genuinely hit hard. I know a few people that I know of, or have relationships with.
Not to ruin the mood at all. My ex-housemate, he's really not had a good this year either. He just lost his granddad shortly after he lost his grandma. So
that's horrible. It's horrible.
Yeah, feel for the guy really.
Genuinely, that's what I'm saying. I feel in this situation. I feel like sometimes this is what's been playing with my mental health recently. Is I feel like I'm in such a blessed position in terms of where I live, what I enjoy doing, my work, the community we've got, and hearing everyone else's hardships, and I can relate to them, but not having to go through them at the same time as them. I can't share that with them. It really gets me down. Because like I said, if I was to lose my mum now, oh mate, like I would be, I don't know exactly how these people would feel, and I can't relate to it as much because even though I've gone through that traumatic experience, it was in a different circumstance, and it almost feels like I was privileged to go through that at the time, knowing what we're going through now. It's a very strange concept. Like I said, I know there's a few people that I know of personally that have lost people and relatives, and I want to send my condolences to all of you because genuinely, I couldn't imagine what it's like right now. I genuinely couldn't. I don't want to focus just on the doom and gloom, as much as this is just an open chat.
Well,
really.
I mean, I was going to say Neil said nice flavours. I bet you can't guess what I'm on.
I'm going to take one guess.
I asked if it was toilet paper flavour.
I am. I'm looking straight down the webcam right now, Neil. You are vaping apricot yogurt. That is what you're vaping.
I was gonna say that as well.
Yeah, guy is addicted. Addicted.
It's like that guy that kept going into your shop and buying like 10 bottles of foamy bananas.
Oh mate, yeah. I hope he can get his supply on the website because he used to buy between 6 and 10 bottles every 3 weeks or so. Guy loves it. Absolutely loves it. I know you're not a big fan of foamy bananas, Elliot, but he absolutely loves it.
Any banana flavour is fucking rank.
Do you know one thing I did find earlier when I was setting this live stream up? A little bit of a behind the scenes for you guys that are watching. This little area here was just full of sample bottles that I've been sent or haven't had a chance to try and things like that.
Lucky bastard.
I cleared it all. They're all 0 milligrams, so they're not used to me. But it's more for the flavours. One thing I did find, and genuinely, this stuff, if you can get hold of it, it's called Bad Juice. I think you can see it. Yeah, you can. I found.
Bad Juice.
Yeah, no, honestly, they've got a nice range of mix salts and short fills. I found a bottle of custard cream. It is honestly so good. It's one of the only Nick salts I've had where you can taste the biscuit, the cream, like separately. It's so good.
Neil said, "How the hell did you guess that?"
Just had a feeling.
Knows you well.
Just had a feeling, Neil. But yeah, if anyone is in the chat, how are you guys coping with the lockdown? Like, is it affecting your mental health? Like, Elliot, are you in a position where you can go for a nice walk most days? That's still quite obviously adhering to the social distancing and things.
I have literally only left the house, I think, a grand total of about 3 times since the beginning of lockdown, and they have been to go shopping.
Hey, fair enough, mate.
I mean, if like I've been sitting out in the garden with one of my housemates having a vape while he's having a cig or whatever, and having like a beer with a couple of my housemates.
Oh, fair enough. So you got
in the garden for half hour, an hour.
That's fair enough. At least you've got some sort of social interaction.
Yeah, I've got social interaction,
which is good.
Sure.
Because I'll be honest with you, I was saying to Nick, like yet again, going back to how I feel very blessed in it, I kind of feel like I'm not taking it for granted, but I feel guilty for having these luxuries. Is where we live, we've got a nice country walk, we've got a lake down by the bottom of the estate, and it's very quiet anyway because we live in the middle of nowhere. So I've been lucky enough to go for walks down there and enjoy that. But the one thing I haven't had is social interaction. So it's obviously one without the other. I was going for a walk the other day. Yeah, but she's working. So she works 14 hours a day. I see her for little windows like every other day, and then on her day off, obviously, either one of us is going shopping because you can't go together. We do spend some time together, but this is why I wanted to start doing live streams so I could actually start talking to people again, like properly. Seeing your beautiful face on a webcam is the closest I've had for social interaction other than Nick.
Why didn't you say anything, man? I've basically been on Skype, Discord, or Facebook like all day, every single day. You just welcome, even if it's not for a live stream, if you just want to freaking chat.
No, I appreciate it. There has been people that have been reaching out, which is good. I do really appreciate it. It's just a weird thing. You know, I was going for a walk the other day, and even though our country lanes are very, very quiet, I saw a family miles ahead of me, but you know what I mean, like a real fair distance away. And obviously they were walking towards me. I stepped aside, kept my distance. I was so anxious. Like, my anxiety went straight through the roof, and it's something I've never had to experience before because I've spent 3 to 4 weeks away from humans. Like, when I went shopping, it wasn't as bad because we're all in the same boat and we're all adhering to the social distancing, etc. But when I was
I mean, I don't wholly agree that people agree to the social distancing when they go shopping.
Oh, I don't either.
No, Okay, so I'll explain my my trip. So we went to our local Tesco's. The outside, they'd laid down cages to make aisles.
Oh yeah, they've done that in Braintree as well.
Oh, okay, cool. So that perfect. There was like a little clean your trolley thing before you got into the queue. You had to wipe it all down. Love that. As soon as we got into the store, no one gave a shit, and it was very scary. And I was having a go at a lot of people, and I'm not that type of person, but I was like, look, like back up. It's 2 meters. I don't care if you want the meat. It's a one-way system. Go round again. Like we all have to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I went down there with my housemate, and the guy, like the security guy at the door, was like, "No, it's only one person per family." So he had to text me what he wanted so I could pick it up for him, which obviously means because I ain't got a car, I could only pick up half of what I would pick up for myself because I had to pick up his stuff as well. And then there was like you said, like the meat aisle. There were like 4 people in it, and it's a tiny little like 3 meter long aisle. It's like 2 foot wide. So I tried to stay as far away as possible, and then people just like barging past me with baskets. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, geez, you've just been outside in the queue, separated by 2 meters, and then you come in the shop and you're like brushing up against people with your freaking trolley. Like,
it's crazy. I don't understand it. I really don't. I've just clicked onto the YouTube live thing, so I've got the chat up now.
Rob said he's still grinding.
Still grinding. Rob, man, you are doing bits, and I fair play. So Rob, for those of you who don't know, runs his own Phoenix store, but he franchised it from Phoenix, so it's his own. And I want to say, this is where you're going to catch me out of where it is. It's not Lincoln, it's around that area, I think. Like March, I think. I don't know. I'm sorry if I got it wrong. But yeah, he's still grinding away. He is still doing local deliveries. Top bloke, great customer service. I speak to him quite frequently. He's a good guy. He wants to get on a podcast. Before this all happened, we were planning, so I would drive up and do a podcast in his store. So we're still going to do that, mate. Don't worry. Just right now it's a bit difficult. So, Louth, that's the one. Louth.
Louth?
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah, Louth. There we go. Sorry, Louth. But no, I rate what you're doing, man. You're doing everything you can. Contactless deliveries, great option. Still giving that service.
He's still taking what he did pre-COVID, so I mean, at least works good for him, I suppose.
Hey, yeah, fair play, man. That's really, really good. That shows you've got a loyal customer base. That shows that you're providing something of value to people. So hey, fair play to you, man. Fair play. I know there's a lot of places that are struggling right now. But yeah. So, Nick, what are you vaping? I just remembered you didn't answer that question because we.
That's all right. I was just waiting for everyone to finish. No, it's all right. I'm vaping cedar spearmint in a 6.
Spearmint's a good choice.
And then I'm actually vaping Prohibition Juice. It's one of the brands that we saw when we went to Vape Expo.
Yeah.
It's like something lemonade, but to be fair, I can't really taste it. So I can't really taste a lot what I'm vaping, but
fair enough. There you are. Spearmint in a 6 by Cedar Reserve, and Prohibition's something lemonade. Fair play.
Yes.
What device were you using?
I'm using a Valerian 2 mod with my Nunchaku 2 tank.
Bang.
I'm using
Great
my Coco.
setup. Yeah. You will, girl.
You need to invest in a microphone for your missus there,
Jay.
Yeah.
I know, right. This is the thing.
Like crazy.
I've got, obviously, another podcast mic. But if she's on her phone, it's trying to actually have a mic. What I initially wanted to do was have it set up traditionally like we normally do, with this running in the background. So it'd have 2 mics and stuff. But I need to get a USB extender cable. Because obviously I've got to plug it into the computer. So to get the angle, I need extra couple of meters of cable. Otherwise it'd be way too cramped.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But no, I want to ask you guys, like, if you are enjoying it, make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you are new. If you want to see more live streams, now will be the time for us to do it. We're all in lockdown. We all love talking to people and, making sure everyone's okay. So, yeah. What are your plans for as soon as lockdown lifts, Elliot? What is the first thing you're going to do?
Well, hopefully be able to go back to work.
That's a strange... Yeah, no, are you missing work, like, genuinely?
I mean, obviously with my mental problems, it's hard to say. That's like, you know, being at home, not having to get up, sleeping for 18 hours a day is like, you know, it's just,
of course.
How
are you finding it?
Not the best for this. It's not the best to get myself out of the rut, but it's
okay.
It's you know, it's like just being easy. It's easy.
Okay.
But I think it will be quite hard to get back into the routine of going to work. But it's like, you know.
Do you know what, mate? Like, I 100% agree with you.
Long out of work, I will get bored.
It's one of those things. Like I was saying to Nick the other day that I went, I think the first week or just going into the second week of lockdown, I physically, and this is going to sound so strange to a lot of people, I physically could not get out of bed and get ready, like actually have a shower until after midday. And the type of person I am, I'm up at like 6:30, 7 o'clock every day, either to go to work or, you know, do whatever I need to do. But since lockdown, I've really struggled to get out of bed before midday. And it's not because I can't be bothered. It's a mental block where I'm like, my body's saying, no, you need to stay in bed when I don't. Do you know what I mean?
Completely understand that.
It's so strange. I've never experienced anything like it. That's why I want to kind of, you know, reach out to people and make sure everyone's doing all right. Looking at the chat, we've got obviously Neil saying, nice one, Nick. He knows that you're a UL girl at heart. Rob, beer and Nando's. Rob, you're not having a beer, all right? You're not. You've quit alcohol, and you're doing really well. So if it's a non-alcoholic beer, then yeah, you crack on, mate.
You missed Neil's last comment about him trying to stay sane.
Oh, there we go. Trying our best to stay sane. Living on your own has pros and cons. Genuinely okay, but sometimes feel it in the evenings. But I have my health thus far. No, I get that. When it's over, run down the street naked shouting.
Yeah, I was going to say,
like it, liberation. Then it will get me locked up again, no doubt. To be fair, Neil, like, obviously I know you live on your own. It must be very, very difficult. I was saying to you the other day, like, in a weird way, at least you're still working, so it gives you some structure to your day. And you're like, cool, I have to be up at this time to do this X, Y, and Z. So at least you have something. It may not be the best because you think, oh, I've still got to work for a pandemic, but at least it's keeping you active mentally. And yeah, like, I can feel you in the evenings, man. Like I've always said to you, if you ever need to reach out or whatever, you're more than welcome. You've got my number. I'm always about. And like I said, I'll be doing these more and more. Neil, as another guy who's been waiting to get on a podcast, I was going to say Podstream, the podcast for so long, and just our schedules have just never met up. So live stream, yeah, whenever you're free, mate, not a problem. We'll get you on.
Rob says he broke.
Oh no! Oh, what happened? Please, if you're willing to share your story, please put it in the comments. You were doing so well, man. Doing so well. Basically, for you guys,
I don't know whether that means he broke his promise of not having Nando's.
Hey, Nando's, yeah, I'm all over that. A lot of people just say it's overrated. I just enjoy a Nando's.
Have I ever had Nando's? I don't think I've ever had Nando's.
You've never had a Nando's?
You've never had a Nando's?
I think so.
Sorry, we both just came for you then.
Yeah.
You've never had a Nando's.
Okay, we are going for a Nando's, Elliot. We are going for one.
That'll be one of our first things we do.
You forget I've only lived in the UK for the last 2 years.
Oh yeah, that's true. That is true.
I don't have Nando's in France or Holland, mate.
Do they not? Oh.
Not that I've ever seen.
Mad.
But over here, you don't have Qualitaria, which is a fucking the burgers.
I'm just catching up with the chat now. Yeah, agreed. Working, so that's great. Would have struggled without the work. To be honest, mate, yeah, like, I was saying this to Nick. I've said this to Elliot. Like, my hobby and my job is the same thing. It's my life. It's what I do. I go to work. I help people quit smoking. I love the vaping industry. I'm still trying to make content. And if I didn't have the channel to run and you guys to speak to as a community, I would really, really be struggling. I would be on that sofa all day in a blanket, not showering, not doing anything, just playing games, falling asleep, eating like a slob, and doing the same thing over and over again. Because I'd have no structure, I'd have nothing to get me out of bed for. So having the channel, having you guys to speak to is honestly amazing. So that's why I'm so grateful for you guys tuning in and watching every video and sharing it and being on the live stream. I really, really appreciate it.
I think one of my friends is going to start watching now. He's asking me how it's going, so I sent him the link.
Oh, nice. I appreciate it.
Oh,
Thanks,
sweet.
So yeah, love to join one of these live streams. Yeah, Neil, it's happening. It is happening. You ain't got a choice in the matter. All right, it's happening. Just let me know when you're available. We'll get it all set up. And I always put Mrs. said have a beer, so drove straight. So your Mrs. is the culprit though, right? Mrs. is the so she's broke, yeah.
Blame the missus.
Yeah, blame the Mrs. mate. I mean, fair enough, man. My personal opinion on it, not just on alcohol, but on anything that you do, everything in moderation. Do you know what I mean? If you take it to an extreme, it becomes an issue, becomes an addiction, becomes a problem. Everything in moderation. You'll be fine. That doesn't mean go do...
My friends just joined the chat.
Hey, how we doing?
Damn, that's a late post, isn't it?
What's that?
Postman's just been up.
Oh, fair enough. What is it? Oh, yeah, 1:20. I think they deliver up to 3 o'clock in rural areas.
Yeah.
Is it rural, urban? I don't know. In our areas. No, I'm actually all right, man. How are you? Thank you for joining the stream. I appreciate it.
He's from Portugal.
Oh, okay. Nice. Do you have a lot of family over there still, or is it like?
No, he lives in Portugal.
Oh, he lives in Portugal. Oh, mad. What's it like over there?
Cool.
That's so cool. They must have Nando's there, surely.
I didn't know. He lives in the middle of nowhere.
All right. Doing fine. Yeah, no, good, man. I'm glad you're keeping safe. Yeah, I'm not too bad, mate. I think I'll let everyone else answer how they are, but I'm not too bad. We're getting through it. Starting these live streams, they're a new thing for us. I typically just do, regular content throughout the week. But I'm really enjoying it. And, yeah, I'm pretty good. But how are you guys?
He knows how I am because we were just playing Warframe earlier.
Fair enough.
He's still at work. He's a call center guy.
Oh, okay. And they're still getting...
He's working from home.
Oh, I was about to say, yeah. Oh, that's fair enough. At least, do you know what I find really strange about this whole pandemic and the lockdown is, I think a lot of companies and a lot of people have now realised that you can do your job from home. So what is going to happen when things go back to normal?
Yeah, that's one thing I could go on about, because it's like if so many people can work from home and it's possible for them to work from home. I mean, obviously, I understand the social aspect of the office and the interaction and that side of it. But if people are commuting 4 hours to go and sit in an office when they can literally sit in their living room and do exactly the same thing,
I genuinely think this is going to change a lot.
Surely it's a lot better, especially for the planet, for them to just work from home.
100%. And that's one thing I've noticed is seeing all these posts about how the Earth is slowly starting to get into a cycle of repairing itself. Because we've had the least amount of carbon footprint, or whatever it's called, in so long now, that like there's dolphins and stuff in Venice canals, and you can see through them and stuff. Like when we went to Venice last year,
there were stories that was debunked and that was fake, but I don't know.
Oh, really? Oh, fair enough.
I don't know. I mean, some people said they were fake, but then I couldn't find evidence to say that it was fake. But
I know that there's pictures of the canal pretty clear now. I mean, when me and Nick went, like, genuinely, Venice is a beautiful part of the world, but their canals they're like black. Like, there is so much pollution in their waters. I know some of it's sewage because obviously their houses, or the bits of land that they live on, are technically little mini islands stuck together. Right, so...
yeah, they keep saying about an echo. It's probably because they can hear you coming through my speakers and then going back through the microphone.
Right, okay. Right, let's catch up. Glad that you can do this, buddy. Your vids are great. Really love the distraction to the challenges of everyday life. Well done. Thank you so much, Neil. I really do appreciate it. Like, honestly, you guys are amazing.
Thanks, man.
No problem. Got nothing to do anyway and went on delivery. Fair play. It's pretty alright. We live in the south of Portugal. Elliot's been there as well. He came to visit. Big up. Got the Vapresso Extra coming tomorrow. I'll share your vid when it comes out for my customers to see. You absolute legend. You're going to really enjoy the Extra. I've got mine sitting right here. I got sent two.
Oh, it's so good.
I got sent the red and black resin one, and I also got sent the black one. Nick actually stole it.
Which I've stolen.
Yeah.
What a surprise!
Honestly, because obviously Nick.
You don't need two. Come on.
Obviously, Nick is for those of you who don't know, Nick is the manager of the channel. She deals with all the emails and talks to companies that want to, send us things. It just frees up time for me to make the content and not worry about, I've got to send this link to this person and send this email to here. But yeah, so Nick basically said to me, she goes, right, you got a Vapresso Extra kit coming. I was like, oh, cool, what's that? I'll do a bit of research. I was like, oh, sweet. It turns out I get 2. And Nick's like, oh yeah, they're sending us 2, by the way, and I'm taking one of them. I was like, oh, okay, like that's cool, but I could have done a giveaway.
Well, the thing is, we saw, well, you could have done a giveaway. It's just we saw that a lot of other influencers were only getting the one, and we just kind of assumed that because I was doing the chatting and everything, that they sent us 2 for us both to try. Because normally when I speak, I say, I don't know, like we love your products, we'd love to try the new ones.
Yeah,
maybe when I just say we, they think, oh, we'll send
2 rather
2
than
out.
1. I mean, to be fair, I'm very grateful, so thank you, Vapresso. I think they enjoyed the video, which is good. Right, let's catch up. I mean, I'm doing it, but I hate working from home. As Elliot said, the work environment cheers things up. Besides, my home is my home. I like to be there for relaxing, not actually working. I totally agree. I find it very hard. This is something, when me and Nick moved into this flat, this is something I said to her. We sat down and spoke. And the reason we moved into this particular flat is because the second bedroom is a double bedroom, and I wanted it as an office. And I didn't want like a box room or a storage room as an office. I wanted something with a fairly decent size. And when I'm in my office, I work. When I'm in my living room, I don't. And it's having that area of your house or area where you live where you can distinctively make that change and that switch. So mentally and subconsciously, when I walk into this office, I'm like, cool. I'm either making a video, sending emails, I'm doing a live stream, I'm editing, whatever. And then when I'm out of the office, it's what I live how I want to live, sort of thing. So I do totally get where you're coming from. Bearing Elliot is already a full-time job when I'm off work. I never thought I could work from home. Really surprised myself, to be honest. When normality resumes and I still have a job, I will definitely be working from home 2 to 3 days a week, reduce that carbon footprint. This is the thing, Neil. This is why I'm genuinely, not from any particular angle or, left or right, but genuinely, I think a lot of companies are going to see this and go, oh, we don't need a massive office. We can reduce that and people can work from home and make it more remote. I think it's honestly, this pandemic is going to change things in a lot of different ways, and I genuinely think the commuting side and the working side will have to change to compensate. That was to my friend, not you. London is red, by the way.
Neil's last comment's quite funny.
Next time, say you have 15 kids that all vape, so we can all get one.
That's amazing.
I was actually speaking to you the other day about, so what I want to try and do is, because I do, like I said, I'm in a very blessed position. You can see the devices I've been sent and juice and stuff. I get a lot, and like I said, this is just what I've left here because I'm lazy. There's a lot more I moved out of shop because it's just a mess.
So much.
Like bi-monthly, something like that, maybe once a month. I see a lot of makeup YouTubers do the same thing with their products. Is they do like an office clear out. So I might do a video where I go through everything I've been sent, everything I've got left, and then go, right, I'm going to give it all away. The stuff that I can, so stuff that, can be reused or, hasn't been used or whatever, I can give that away. And then the rest of it, I either consume because I can't give it away or something. I don't know. If you guys like the sound of that, then leave a comment or, get in the chat. Because I think that'd be a pretty good idea. I mean, I'm not going to say I have 15 kids. I shouldn't be endorsing vaping to children, but I see your point now. I see your point.
15 of age kids.
15 dependents.
But yeah, so is there anything that you've experienced, either of you, during this lockdown that you just find strange to get your head round? For example,
in regards to what?
So I was talking to Nick last night, and she was saying the whole social distancing for her is very hard. She has to remember it purely because she's at work every day. So the social distancing isn't there because she's treating patients. Yeah. So when she goes to the shop, she has to remind herself, like, oh, actually, yeah, I've got to keep my distance and stuff. Whereas for, say, someone like me and you, Elliot, we've been almost conditioned now to be like, we've got to keep 2 meters apart. like, is there any sort of part of this that you still find hard to grasp or get your head around or remember, or has it become like second nature to you at this point?
Well, hard to say because
I haven't left the house too much, but
it's like I've sort of been the how to put it, like the house council guy, to put, like, I don't know how to put it, but it's like I've basically sort of said to the other guys, like, just this is what's being done. We're not having anyone over. We're not going out to see anyone.
Have your housemates did they see the logic in it, or they'd be like, oh no?
Oh yeah, right? Yeah. Like a lot of them just said, yeah, we understand. This, that, and the other. A couple of them had people over like the day that lockdown was announced, and I sort of said, hey, and they were like, well, so and so had someone over, and I was like, yeah, but now it's lockdown, so that's
it's official now.
We like, yeah, no one's coming over, and it's not, to be honest, personally, I don't think it's been that hard to adjust. Obviously, like sleeping schedule and stuff, it's like I don't know how to put it. It's like if you had like infinite money and you never had to work, I suppose this is what it would be like.
Yeah, no, I get that. Yeah, it's almost like I think a lot of people are struggling to find their purpose because they've got no purpose currently. They can't leave the house. They might not be in a position to go and have their exercise. They've got to keep their distance from people, and they haven't got to do their job from home because they can't. So it's a case of, how do I fill my time? The government are paying 80% of my wages, so I haven't got to worry too much about finances. Maybe a little, but not as much. So they're like, cool, well, it's almost like you said, having that cheat code where, right, you ain't got to go to work for 6 weeks, but you've got to be stuck in your house. How are you going to live? I know a lot of my friends are starting to do the whole fitness thing and keep their fitness up, which is good. What is going on? London is red, by the way. What do you mean by that, Rob? Is that like the traffic light system, or are we talking like football clubs, or? Because I think it might be that he's noticed.
Got a wicked sense of humour.
I was just reading it, catching up. All over 18. You look good for it. Wow. Thanks, Neil. I'll take that. To be fair,
it's all post-processing.
That's exactly what it is. To be fair, right? Have you got the live stream up to see me, Elliot?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
What do you honestly think about the quarantine vid? Do you think I should get rid of it, or do you think I should keep it and grow it? Because I'm getting quite attached to this thing.
What do you mean?
The quarantine beard.
Oh, the quarantine, bro. I don't know. I always grow out my beard until I personally, I always grow out my beard until I start eating it, and then I shave it. I was going to have a quick shave before the live stream, but...
Yours is looking rather glorious, to be fair. It's very
it's not like out here like it normally is. It's not that bad just yet.
It looks very
yeah, you got a little bit of bum fluff there, haven't you, Jay?
Oh, easy now. All right. I very rarely have a beard. Like, this is the longest it's been.
Oh, Nick's probably quaking in her boots going, he's touching his face!
What are your thoughts on it, Nick?
I don't know. I definitely don't like it when you're completely babyface. I'm used to you having, a bit of stubble, but you've, in the 4.5 years we've been together, you've never really grown it out. So I think it would be interesting to grow it out just to see how long it does go.
Two people.
And what's a better time to do it than when you're, stuck at home all day?
What's really strange, Nick said to me the other day, she goes, oh, when did you start growing it? And I was like, I genuinely can't remember the date, but if you just go back through my videos, you can see it gradually grow through each video. So just go back to one where it's like, where it normally is. Two people I look up to on a beard level is old King Cheese, James, and Big Dave. 100. Their beards are glorious, and I wish to aspire to their beard level one day. I don't even know if I'm capable of growing something like that. Right, so what we got? I often forget to keep my social distance toward people, especially the ones I know. It's hard to not do a handshake or greet a girl with 2 kisses, but I'm pretty swiftly reminded with a restraining order.
Fair enough. Yeah, then read the next comment.
You're talking about social distancing. Oh, I forgot about that as well. Fair play, man. You sound like a guy with my sense of humour. Rob put, we do a vape vape rock night on the first Saturday of every month when normality comes back. You should come for that. Beer and vape and music. I have the licenses. That sounds dope. I am game for that. I need to work out how long it's going to take me to drive to your store first, and I can plan like backwards from that, because it might be a case of I come up and stay the night and then whatever. But yeah, I'm game for that. That sounds decent. Oh, I just shaved mine completely. I haven't shaved the whole thing since I was 15. As for you, Jay, you're rocking a nice Adam Jensen beard. I'll take that. All you need now is sunglasses and smoke like 20 cigs a day. Hey, I've got the sunglasses. Unfortunately, I'm fully fledged vaper now. I've converted. And then Neil has put, looks good, Jay, but I reckon smaller stubble suits you better. Not seen Elliot without one, but his one is good. Fair play, Neil.
It needs a little trimming back, but yeah, this sort of size I quite like. Maybe a little bit shorter.
That's honestly, it looks very full.
I lose 20 years of my 25 years when I shave.
Held for review. We can spoon. Hell yeah, we can. I often push boundaries, so if I ever do, please keep me in check. You're all good, man. You're all good. It's an adult channel anyway, so it's all good. You have nothing to worry about. No, I see what you mean. I've never had a beard this long. I've just become very lazy. And also Nick bought me like a grooming set, because when she shaved my head, like the clippers were old and they just kind of gave out. So having that, it comes with like a little precision groomer, and like you can kind of edge it and then you can get rid of everything else with a clean blade. I've just been trying it out and seeing what it's like. I don't know. I'm getting pretty attached to it. It's become a comfort of mine. Don't know why. But yeah. Yeah. Are you still alive, Nick? I feel like
I'm still alive.
We've just been chatting away and you've just been sitting there.
No, that's fine. It's difficult to know when to talk. Do you know what I mean? You don't want to overtalk someone or... No, that's cool. That's cool. I'm here sure. And...
I'm gonna feel.
I've known this guy for like basically 9-10 years now.
Oh no, that's decent.
I'm sure he'll fit right in.
Bless him. I appreciate it, man. Honestly, thank you so much for the support. Yeah, Nick. So, how are you getting on with The Sims?
Yeah, great. Actually, I'm like obsessed with it.
How many of you drowned in the swimming pool by removing the ladder?
None yet.
Then you're not playing Sims?
Not yet. I mean, to be fair, I'm trying something different. I normally always play as myself and then, you know, make a character for Jay or whatever and create a house or whatever.
I just want
to say but I'm actually playing different. I'm creating different families at the minute, and then I can basically just choose who I want to play with when. So I'm doing, because Sims has changed so much since I last played it. So.
Also, just quickly, Nick, shout out to Beth, because she gave you the login for The Sims.
Oh my god, yes.
So massive shout out to Beth.
Love her.
Watching.
I literally messaged her once because I was like, right, I want to buy it. What do I need to get? Because she's literally like the queen of Sims. She's got every expansion pack going.
Ridiculous.
That's like 800 quid's worth of game.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I'm not even joking.
Literally. And she was like, oh, don't worry, I'll just give you my login. I was like, sure. She was like, yeah, it's fine. And literally, I have not got off it since. But yeah, I'm just creating different families at the minute. In a witch family, as we speak. But I've got a mermaid family. I've got a vampire family. Trying different things.
So, what family are you playing with at the moment? Sorry, you just cut out there. What was that?
Sorry, I didn't have the mics literally to my lips. I'm creating a witch family at the minute.
Ooh.
A what? A witch family?
Yeah, man. So, yeah. Like, I know me and you don't really understand Sims because it's just it's like adulting, but virtually.
I lost track of all the different expansion passes. It was like pets 2, pets 3, swimming life, beach life, love life, romantic life, club life. Like, oh my.
Basically, yeah.
It's mad. There's a mermaid thing now. There's all sorts.
Yeah, literally.
It's crazy.
Yeah, no, I'm currently I'm trying to do different things for different people. Like making so my witch household has just got 2 sisters. So like no guys or anything, just starting with 2 sisters. And there's this like magic world, because you've got different worlds. You've got more of like a rural area, you've got a city, you've got this, you've got that. And this is like a magic kind of realm. And there's like some like quests and things you can do in this world, like discover certain things. Like there's this door. I don't know. We'll see. I haven't actually
just
played
to give the viewers a
realm
warning.
yet.
Just because it's popped up on my screen. On the YouTube thing, it's saying that it's not receiving enough video to maintain a smooth streaming, so you may see some buffering. Don't worry, we're still here.
It looks like I can see on the screen right now my webcam's a bit blurry, but you seem to be alright.
Fair enough. Oh, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. Yeah, we're a vape channel. We do everything vape related. Hardware, e-liquid, podcast weekly when, we're allowed to leave our house. Elliot's been on the podcast. That was our longest ever podcast, by the way. Just have to put that out there. It was 2.5 hours. I thoroughly enjoyed it, though. Right, the warning's gone now, so we should be back to normal.
Sweet.
He did say so. Vape channel. Well, my only interest in vape is the Phantom cigar. Oh, mate, now we're talking. Oh, is he an MGS fan? Now well, I've just found a new best friend.
We're gamer bros, but he's played a lot more different games than I have.
Oh, mate, if we're talking MGS, mate, I'm all over that. You are now my new best friend. Yes, MGS.
Fuck you.
I have now. This is a weird flex of mine. I currently have the Metal Gear Solid 5 limited edition Phantom Pain X PS4. I love it. I will not get rid of it. It's first gen. It sounds like a jet engine when I turn it on. I refuse to get rid of it. I love that. I just love that franchise. Neil saying it's coming across fine. Perfect. But no. What world are you starting with now, Nick?
So I'm starting with this. I can't remember what it's Magic Realm.
Ooh.
So yes, there's like this door to unlock or something like that. I don't really know. So we'll soon see. But I've also got like my mermaid couple living in this water. It's like a paradise place.
Ooh.
Yeah, just trying different things.
To be fair, when you're playing Simulator and creating your characters, it's the first time I've seen you genuinely happy in a little while. And it makes it sound like our relationship's a sham. It's not. I'm just saying that you come in all giddy, like with your laptop going, oh, look what character I made. Do you think the eyes look fine? And I'm like, yeah, they're just eyes. But yeah, okay. Like, you were just like a kid in a toy store. It was great.
Yeah. Like, I think it's because...
You never played an RPG. You spend the first 10 hours of the game in the character creator, and then you spend 5 hours playing the game and cheese the fuck out of it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I just haven't played in years, so I think acted like a child because I was like, oh my god, it's my childhood. But yeah, no, it's nice as well, like going back to work and everything and coming. You know what? Not looking forward to going to work. Obviously I look forward to my days off, spending it with you, but sometimes we're just kind of twiddling our thumbs, thinking, right, we've watched this series, we've had our walk for the day.
Yeah,
what do we do? So it's quite nice to have, to play, kind of, you escape reality for a bit, as
to be
as sad
honest,
as it sounds.
I don't know how you put up with me. I've been locked in this. Well, I say locked in this flat, but been stuck in lockdown for 4 weeks, and I'm not going crazy yet. It's coming, but I'm surprised that you've been able to put up with it. To be fair, so fair play. Not only are you a soldier on the front line in the NHS, but you're a soldier at home and all. It's bad. But yeah, all right. Let's catch up with the chat. So my tattoos are just games. Oh, mad! I need to see pictures. I need to see your tats. Where do you live, and how's the lock of your door? The same guy that did
mine did his.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Where do you live, and how's the lock of your door entrance? We are actually in a very secure location.
Yeah, we are.
Not trying to sound ominous. I just want to kick that limited edition, but you can't. I'll send you a picture of it just to rub in a little bit more. I've tried keeping it as pristine as possible. I've really tried to keep it as good nick. Like, oh, I love that thing. Even when the PS5 comes out, and I'll probably eventually get that when I'm not poor. We get some brand deals coming in. That'd be nice. A business might have to make an expenditure of a PS5, but yeah, I don't think I'll ever get rid of it. It's more of a
you didn't read the second part of the comment on the Phantom car where I find a liquid with the taste of whiskey and despair.
Oh no, yeah, I just got gassed at the Phantom Pain. Sorry, liquid. Oh, fair play. I mean, to be fair, there probably is a whiskey flavour e-liquid out there, and we could probably get a device that looks like the Phantom cigar if we tried. well, this is going to be a new thing. I want to try and find the Phantom cigar equivalent.
Why don't you make one?
Oh, mate.
If you're trying to collaborate with all companies, you know.
Bell up Konami and be like, look, right, I know you and Hardio fell out a few years ago, right? But I've got this idea. Phantom cigar as a vape. That'd be sick. But yeah, so what was I going to say? I was going to say something. Yeah, Elliot.
Can't remember.
Yeah, we've been live for just over an hour now. There's no structure. I hope you guys are enjoying it. I'm going to push this little S button because that puts a little thing on the screen to say to subscribe. But yeah, Elliot, you have a garden. I'm very envious of that.
What? Because I have a garden.
Yeah.
It's like a 3-foot square piece of patio with a table in it.
Mate, all we've got is some doors that come inwards and bars to stop us falling out of them. That's our balcony. It's not a walk-on balcony. It's just bars.
But you still not had me round your place yet, so I wouldn't.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, again, when lockdown's lifted, we can. Do you know what? I think that the lockdown's gonna, once it lifts, a lot of people are gonna be a lot more sociable and really like enjoy it, because I was saying to Nick last night, I've become a fully fledged introvert because of this. I mean, I was pretty much an introvert anyway, to an extent.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah, exactly. And I think a lot of extroverts, like you, Nick, you are really struggling with it. And even you were saying the other day, you come home, hope you don't mind me saying this, but I'm just going to say anyway, but the other night you come home crying. She had such a bad day at work, which obviously happens with what's going on. But you were saying that you were struggling because for you, even leaving the house, going to work and coming home, you still feel like you're imprisoned because you're not allowed to go do what you like to do, which is go out and have lunch with your friends or go get a coffee from a coffee house or whatever. You can't do that.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of extroverts are actually struggling.
I mean, I think the main thing for me as well is family. Like, I'm such a family-orientated person.
That's true,
I'm normally around my mum's at least, you know, two days a week kind of thing. And I haven't seen her in a month. And some people are like, oh yeah, like, oh, I'm still seeing my family. We're just, you know, social distance. I'll see them in the, you know, in the car or whatever. But I just feel like I'm trying to be, you know, the best out of people that are thinking, oh, this is all right. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, no, of course.
But yeah, like it's not nice, but I know it's not forever. So
Oh, I'm just catching up with the chat. Sorry, Neil. I don't mean to complain. I'm sorry. Like, don't hate me. But we can open our windows and stuff. That's cool. But like when we moved in, it was like, oh, we've got a balcony. It's not. It's a Juliet balcony, which is you open these two massive windows and bars, which I do like because you can let in obviously fresh air and the sun. But where our building is oddly shaped, the sun only hits us between the hours of 9 and about 10. Well, no, sorry, from sunrise to about 10 a.m. and then it goes on to the other side of the building and we get nothing but shade. So unless it's like 30 degrees outside, it's just pure cold. So it's nice sometimes. But
yeah, well, let me show you quickly what it's like if I turn my.
Oh.
Probably. Oh. Well, I've still got my. Still got the light of my webcam. My webcam's compensating, but it's a lot darker.
Hey, whoa! You turned your light off. It looks exactly the same. That's mad.
Yeah, it's my webcam is compensating.
That's mental. I'm genuinely well impressed with that. I saw a very slight flicker of the light coming on, but it was gone pretty much instantly. That's mad.
Yeah.
Right. So what we got? Do have ceiling to floor windows. Oh, that's fair enough. Yeah, I know you was joking, man. I know. But yeah, I can actually get in the chat. I'm such a boomer when it comes to live streaming. I'm sorry. I'm such a boomer when it comes to live streaming. I'm such a noob to it. I have no idea. I didn't realise I can actually get in the chat, so I can chat. Sweet. It's I know, right? I'm such a boomer.
Oh no! You're letting us down.
Alex is the guy who helped set all this up. From my end, so he made it idiot proof. That I know we were still messing around beforehand because obviously the only thing I hadn't done is added your webcam into the scene, so I was trying to make sure it was sized right and stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I see what you mean about the shit aspect ratio.
What's that?
I see what you mean about the aspect ratios. I'm like,
Yeah, I know.
stretched.
Well, what I ideally wanted to do is because obviously your webcam's capturing a 16:9. So I've tried to squeeze it and keep it within ratio, and then I've just used it to cover my monitor screens because I didn't know where else to put it. In an ideal world, if I could, I would just have half the screen for you and half the screen for me, but it made you look like Slender Man. Like you was proper like thin and tall, so it made no sense. That's the best I could get it. So.
Oh, that got me.
No, understandable.
I'll try. There's no difference. Oh, the page is dead. Put the photos and images. I'll show you later. Hey, no worries, man. Thank you so much for joining in. I appreciate it. Thanks for the subscription. I really do appreciate that. I'm looking forward to seeing your tattoos.
They are really good.
Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah. Oh dear. So for everyone, other 9 people that are watching right now, what are you currently doing with your day? Are you still being forced to work from home? I say forced like, you know, you're forced, but you know what I mean. Are you working from home? Are you just bored and stumbled across this live stream? Are you, have you got any plans? Are you going out for a walk later? Are you still exercising? Get at us in the comments. But yeah. Oh, sorry, probably going to get a bit of knee in a second.
Yeah, I've just
bit of leg, lads.
Stretched myself out as well. That's why my webcam's bouncing around all over the place.
But yeah, no, honestly, guys, how are we feeling so far? Like, have we enjoyed the live stream, or are you dead inside and want this to end?
Oh no, I've enjoyed it.
I just like.
It's nice because.
Oh, okay. Rob's put something in. If you were stranded in a desert island, what would be your forever setup and juice combo? Right. Okay. I've just got to clarify the terms and conditions of this. Okay. Now, you'll see where I'm coming from in a sec. So. The setup. So, for example, if I choose an external battery device, does that mean I get the chargers and battery and a source to charge them? Because otherwise, once they run out, I can't use anymore. And the same with inbuilt. So I take it you get the necessary electricity to keep it running. And juice, is it unlimited? And coils, are they unlimited?
One thing I want to know is it only one juice, or do you get a whole range of juices?
I think it's going to be one juice forever and one combo as a setup forever. That's a really good question. Thanks, Neil.
Basically, it's got to be an all-day vape that you can vape over and over and over.
Oh, that's a tough one. That is really a tough one. I think setup-wise... Okay, he's put yes.
I mean, Rob said yes, but I don't know which question he's answering.
I'm assuming it means we have unlimited power source.
One juice, one setup.
And obviously, if we pick external, we have battery chargers and stuff. I'm assuming, otherwise it wouldn't work. Right, okay, cool. So, okay, I'm going to ask you, Elliot. Would you go external battery or would you go inbuilt? Because battery now is not really something to worry about. You've got that source to charge it.
Well, if I've got the charge, then I'm going to go external.
Okay. Are we going 18650 or are we going big boy?
I don't have any higher up. Okay, I don't have 2700s or
what about
21
you, Nick?
700s.
Are you going external or are you going inbuilt?
I'd stay inbuilt.
Okay. I think.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, it's really tough, isn't it? I'm probably gonna go. Oh, do you know what? I'm looking at just some of the devices on my desk, and I'm like, I couldn't pick. Just out of those.
But then I think, like, my Valerian, those 3 batteries, I mean, I'm definitely not as big a vapor as you as in the day. I mean, I guess I am on my days off, but I'm thinking more my average week at work and whatever. But those 3 batteries last me
I'm not
pretty
gonna lie.
much 3 days.
If we're going to be stuck on a desert island, I'll be doing nothing but dipping my feet in the water and vaping and hoping someone comes to pick me up.
Yeah.
Or making a raft out of turtle hair or something, I don't know.
Turtle hair?
Yeah, I don't know. I heard it on Pirates of the Caribbean. It must be right. It must be true. Okay, I'm going to go... My juice... Oh, this isn't even any easier. I would go... What could I vape all day? Like, forever.
Yeah, it's got to be something that doesn't get sickly, doesn't get horrendous, doesn't get after a while. It's a hard one.
It is a very hard one. I'm trying to look at what I've got laying around. Oh. I think I would go for... See, I'm trying to think, do I go for a safe option? Or do I go for something that I wouldn't necessarily reach for on the shelf, but I really enjoy when I use it? Oh, mate, you've got me stumped. This is a really good talking point. Device-wise, I'm going to go for a... I'm going to go for the Vapresso Gen as a mod. Because I think as a mod, that is beautiful. Pretty durable. It's dual battery. It's got your power eco mode. It's got one of the fastest ramp ups that I've ever had the pleasure of trying and using. So Vapresso Gen mod in the blue colour, because that's the... Actually, yeah, we'll go blue colour. But no, we'll go silver because it has the gold accents and I really like that. So silver Vapresso Gen mod. Tank-wise, would have to be the Nunchaku 2 if I'm going sub-ohm. If I'm going mouth to lung, it would be the UWell World Tank, because I genuinely don't think there's anything that's better for mouth to lung.
You got to pick one setup.
Oh. Okay.
It's either mouth to lung or direct.
Okay, right, I'm going mouth to lung because that's all I seem to vape at the moment. Actually, no, do you know what? I'm going to keep this proper simple. I'm going Caliburn Cocoa. That's it. I'm going Cocoa. It's small, it's compact, the flavour's amazing, the battery life lasts a decent amount of time. Flavour-wise, Nick Salt, I'm going to go for... What's my favourite Nick Salt? Ooh. Hey,
Nicola
boy.
Brown. Nick Salts. Nicola Brown Salt.
Okay, sorry, I'm like...
Sorry, that was a shit joke. You didn't need to...
No. Meanwhile, I'm like freaking out because I've just lost the family and I'm really pissed off. What the fuck?
Can't hear you again.
You've lost the what?
I said I lost the family. Oh no, that's fine. It's fine.
Oh.
Found them.
She does this sometimes.
I thought I lost the family that I just created and I almost lost my shit.
Mad. Alright, so cool. I've gone for the Caliburn Cocoa as a device. Can't pick juices. I'm going to go Nick Salts, but I don't know what to choose. What about you, Nick? What are we going for?
What juice? Must juice.
Yeah. What device have you chosen? Are you sticking with your Valerian too?
No, I think I will stick with my cocoa. I feel like my cocoa has always been my must, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, honestly,
I'd honestly say, I'd say a blue raspberry, whether it's IVG or bad salt. I love their two blue raspberries. They're my favourite Nick Salts.
Right, I'm just going to quickly catch up with the chat and then get back to it because I just need an extra second for juice. I can't choose. So we've got, well, you know mine, so not going to answer the Desert Islet question. Yeah, Neil, yours would be apricot yogurt and the Vapresso Target PM80. One setup. Mine would be a Kennedy Ruby 21 and Vapetasia Roy. Oh, the Kennedy is nice. Actually, do you know what? There is a device I've never had, which I know that if I got, I would use till the day I die, and that is the Crystal Clear and Gold dot mod. Now, I know that they're really overpriced, but they just look unbelievable. Their Instagram, they've got a crystal clear panel one, where you can see obviously everything inside, and they've got like the gold mouthpiece, and and the gold button. It looks so fresh. I just don't want to pay 400 quid for it. Do you know what I mean? Juice wise, right? I'm going to make a choice. I'm going to make an executive decision. Nick Salt wise, I am going for.
I'll do a drum roll.
Right, I'm going. This is in front of me. I'm going for the bad juice.
This is
custard cream.
I was about to say. This is literally him every day really trying to make one decision.
Yeah. What about you, El? What are we going for?
I was gonna say on a scale of ooh to ooh, how good is that?
That is a oh damn. That is
whoa.
That's a new one.
It's a new stage of ooh.
Bad boy. I'm sorry if I've butchered that name. But hey, I appreciate you joining. I hope things are all safe over in Germany. Hope you're keeping safe as well.
If you've got a mech and a dripper, you lose the fear of something going wrong.
I mean,
surely if you've got a mech and a dripper, you have the risk of something going wrong.
Yeah, I mean, if you know your stuff, Rob, then you'll be fine, which I'm sure you do. But for the average consumer, I would not set up a mech on a dripper, or just a mech full stop, unless you really know your Ohm's law. But yeah, no, the Kennedys look beautiful. I love those. I really like the AV Twisteds. I think their mechs look, they're so good. I'd never run one. I'd have it as a showpiece, but just mechs aren't for me. Just too much that can go wrong with it. I love a regulated. But I could admire a good mech, though. I can definitely admire a good mech.
Guys, I'm just going to pop off for the second. I just need to go to the toilet.
Okay.
Sorry, you probably didn't need to know that detail, but
No,
it's the whole thing of, I'm going to be quiet for a while.
I was going to say, I get what Rob means. Like with a mech, you've got less to go wrong electronically.
Right, gotcha.
I was going to say, because if you're on a deserted island, you've got like a mod like I've got, like the Smoat and the Boo, and the screen fucks, then you're fucked. It's like,
true.
So a mech, you've got
a
lot less to go wrong in that sense.
I did not think of that. Oh, mad. I'm still sticking. What juice are you choosing now?
Well, mods, obviously, I'm going to go with my Naboo. It's fantastic. Ramp up times like instant. And Horizon Tech Falcon. Still my go-to tank. Could go with my low-profile Goon RDA, but I mean, vaping the same juice over and over and over is going to get old real fast.
Yeah, this must be quite difficult for you. You like to change it up, didn't you? Quite often.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's got to be something that, because I mean, even though I love this rhubarb, it does get a bit weird after a while.
Yeah, rhubarb does that in e-liquid. I absolutely love a good rhubarb, but sometimes you get this weird aftertaste or this like tang to it.
Yeah, if you've on its own, sometimes after a really good meal and your taste buds like up to scratch, like this juice is fucking banging. But if you're just vaping it all day, it starts to become a bit like, I don't know, like a bit bitter.
It's just rhubarb in general, though, I think.
Oh man, juices. One juice that I could vape forever. I mean, that cucumber cantaloupe from Bloom is pretty banging.
Yeah. To be fair, it's a good juice.
Oh yeah, it is. You know, part of me is thinking apricot yogurt as well. I could probably vape that.
See, I was going to go apricot yogurt, but then I thought, do I play it safe, or do I choose something that I would never normally like? Something I enjoy, but I don't nip.
I mean, I can vape that peach and passion fruit, or the peach iced tea. Peach iced tea on a desert island would probably be pretty good.
Oh, do you know what? I'm changing my juice. Actually, no.
I'm gonna go. Even though I've not time, I'm gonna go for the Grand Canyon peach iced tea.
Oh, good choice. That is a naughty
I'm
flavour.
back.
Nice. Did you enjoy?
I mean, that the black from the Kraken, I probably could vape that for a long time, but I think I'd rather go for something like the peach iced tea from Grand Canyon.
I was about to say, like, the Kraken stuff is amazing.
You gotta have the taste for it though.
Yeah, 100%.
It's almost like a Marmite of juices, really. But then a lot of people like Heisenberg.
Yeah, a lot of people do, to be fair.
I don't mind Heisenberg. It's just definitely not my go-to.
No.
I'm not a big fan of Heisenberg, to be honest.
Well, it's weird you say that because you like your blue slushies and your blue raspberry, and Heisenberg's not that much different.
Do you know what ruins the Heisenberg for me?
Aniseed.
Yeah, you see, but that's one of the main ingredients in the black.
Yeah, exactly.
I love it.
So aniseed for me, I used to love it as a kid. I'll eat blackjack sweets, like the physical sweets, all day long.
Oh,
but in
the blackjack e-liquid you sell in the shop is blackjacks, and it's fantastic.
But in an e-liquid, the aniseed comes through in a different way, and I don't get on with it.
I don't think it does. It depends on the ratios. Like, I think that black blackjacks, but then you get something like the red one from Cedar Reserve, and it's not the same as Red Astaire.
Yeah, no, I'll give you that. It's not. I think it's as close as they could have got it, but it's not.
It's not heavy enough on the aniseed.
Yeah.
But no one can recreate the original Red Astaire.
No, that's true. I'll give you that. It is one of those. I'm not being rude, by the way. I'm just answering a few things on my phone. I've got. My technical work from home is responding to people through the store's Facebook page. So I've just got a few people to respond to. So I'm not being rude. So yeah.
But yeah, so Snow Boo, Horizon Tech Falcon, and probably the Grand Canyon Peach Iced Tea.
Ooh, I like that. I like that. Nick, what juice did you go for?
So for the next sale, I went for the Ivy Blue Raspberry. I mean, I'm literally staring at a bottle of apricot yogurt now. I feel like it is a timeless. You just don't get tired of it.
Yeah, this is what I was saying to Elliot when he was in the toilet. Like, I was going to play it safe and go apricot. But then I'm like, do I choose something that I really enjoy but I don't always have? And then I just chose something that's in front of me, which is the Bad Salt custard cream, because that is so good.
I mean, if I picked something completely whack that I've only ever had once but was absolutely amazing, it's called Arc-en-Ciel Givré, and it was a DIY aroma.
Ooh.
And it translates to glacial rainbow, and it was like, it gave you brain freeze.
I don't get rainbow flavours. I really don't get rainbow flavours, because it's like, oh yeah, rainbow. Yeah, but what is that though? I think
the best way to describe it would be like on the inhale, it's really good tutti fruity, but on the exhale, it gave you brain freeze, like legitimate brain freeze.
I know you really like your icy stuff.
Yeah, I could have gone for a like mint or menthol liquid as well, but then again, that does get boring after a couple of weeks. It has to be, yeah. It's good for refreshing your palate and like in the middle of summer when it's boiling hot, but couldn't vape that for like years on end.
Fair play. Nah, see, this is the thing. Like, I went for a stage of vaping ices when I very first started vaping. I went through all the sort of cycles to kind of. I'm very much like this in real life. I'll try stuff until I know what I like and what I don't like. And with vaping, it was like, the in-rage when I first started with custards had just come out. They all tasted like mud. They were horrible. Didn't like those. Really like the dessert style of like your cheesecakes. They were really popular then. So I knew I liked those sort of things. But then I started trying fresh fruits. I was like, these are nice, but there's something missing. I then tried the menthol side, and it was just before ice, but more menthol based. I actually quite enjoyed it in the summer. I'm a very seasonal vapor in that sense. In the winter, I don't want to feel freezing on the inside, on the outside, and then vape something that completely freezes over my lungs. So I just don't vape that sort of stuff when it's colder. But when it's nice and warm, I like the brain freeze raspberry and the defrosted raspberry that we stock. The defrosted raspberry I can vape all day, but the brain freeze, I can only vape that if I'm in a hot place because it feels refreshing. But yeah.
Yeah, I get what you mean. I mean, when I vaped that glacial rainbow, it was like the middle of winter, so you're breathing in like freezing cold air, brain freeze.
Oh nah.
So I think the ice of the liquid plus the freezing cold air is what gave me brain freeze. Because when I was like at work vaping at work, and it was like I didn't get the same sensation.
Oh, that's mad. That's nuts. Right, so let me just. No.
Could I ask you, Jesse, plan for your channel next then? What you're reviewing?
Right, so I'll be brutally honest. This is an exclusive because I'm that much of a big deal, and no one really cares. But if any of you guys are wondering, I am waiting on a company. They got in touch on Friday. They're sending me some new hardware that hasn't been released yet. Let me pull up the email. I'll tell you exactly what it is. Don't know if I can, but I will.
Yeah, make sure you're not under NDA yet.
No, I'm not on any under NDAs. They've just asked me to review it. Let me find it.
Who's it from? You might be able to just tell us that.
Yeah, so it's from a company called SMPO. Seems to be a pod system. They got in touch with me on the 18th. Asked if we could review.
Sophie just review one of those? Might be wrong.
No, she may have. Oh, that's what we was going to speak about.
That was another thing. Yeah. But I'm pretty sure she reviewed. I'm pretty sure
she did. I'm quite late to get stuff just because I'm relatively small channel and new to it. And UK stuff.
With you being such a big deal.
I know, right?
Thought you'd be one of the first.
I wish, mate.
I thought she did. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
But no, they reached out. They asked if I could review it. I said, yeah, not a problem. So that is on its way. It's not here yet, so I can't do a review. I like to use the devices for a fair few days anyway, just get to grips with it, see if there's anything that I really think needs to be pointed out, and just get a general overview and use of the device. Tomorrow's video will probably be an advice video. Having said that, I've got a device I was meant to review months ago and I've not got around to it. But it's a weird one because the company that sent it said, can you review a product but not show the box it comes in because that's going to change? So half of me is like, well, what's the point then? Like,
who gives? I mean, to be honest, who gives a fuck about the box? Most people throw it away anyway.
True. Yeah, I could do that, I suppose.
I mean, I don't, but that's because if something goes wrong, I can send it back in the box.
Yeah. I'm a bit of a box hoarder as well, to be fair.
Yeah, I'm definitely a box hoarder. Plus, I get a lot of free shit and I sell a lot of it, so it's like
makes sense to keep it all.
Yeah.
So I think tomorrow's video will be an advice video. I'm looking to really mix up the channel. I want to do like a sit-down podcast style with Nick and just do like a 2-hour podcast, but cut it up into little clips for videos and talk about certain things. So then I've got content to put on the channel regardless, because I've said to you guys before in previous videos, with the lockdown going on, I'm not getting sent as much because certain places are on lockdown and, postal services are taking longer. Luckily enough, I've been in this industry enough and the channel is relatively newish that I can still do a lot of advice videos, but I don't want to just completely convert to that. I still want to have a variety of content. I think I've got some e-liquids left to review.
Well, you said you were going to review the liquids I was talking to you about the other day, weren't you? Because you've not reviewed them yet.
Yes. My brain is like a sieve. I'll just check.
The illusions.
Yes, I could do a review on those. They're awesome. I've already tried them, but oh mate, they're so good. People need to know about them. So I said they've got like chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3 of their flavours. So that'd be really cool. I think they're all out now, which is great. But yeah. So one thing that we were talking about before we went live, and we've just completely forgot to bring up, was actually the vape review scene and what's been going on recently. I say recently, it happened a fair few weeks ago, probably over a month ago now. But Elliot he brought attention to a video of mine just to kind of say like, oh, this is happening to big creators, like just be careful. And it was a Zophie Vapes video where what I really respect about her in this video is she just went pure sarcasm just to really prove a point. Now, for those of you who don't know Zophie Vapes, which will be, well, you probably all know of this person, they're a huge channel, been doing it for years. I personally don't really like her content too much, but I will watch it. She's part of the community. I watched this video and I really I gained a lot of respect for her for doing it. But basically, a company had sent her a product. She'd done a review on it, and then they sent an email saying that what were the words they used, El? It was like that she didn't take it serious enough. She didn't go over the right sort of product.
Yeah,
points.
she complained about the fact that the pods or the coils were leaking, and they said that it had been fixed in a new revision of the product. So they sent her a new one and said, "Could you please redo the review?" She redid the review. The pods or coils were still leaking, and then so they sent her yet another batch. They sent her 3 more devices with 3 more tanks and coils. And they said, if you don't take it seriously and don't say this, and this, like you're going to know about it, sort of thing, like making, like basically threatening her. So she was like, I'm not going to be threatened by you. She went through the, like, really sarcastically went through the whole instruction manual, read the advice on how to fit the coils and fill up the pods. And she was like, it says here I've got to shake them for 2 minutes and then leave them upside down, or that.
I found that really weird. Like, she had to shake it for 30 seconds while covering it in a tissue to make sure.
Oh yeah, that was it. Yeah.
Which I've never.
And she said, I've never had this with like all the thousands with her giant wall of vapes behind her. And she's like, I've never had that with any single one of these products. And then she did it, and like all but one of them still leaked.
It's crazy. It's just a naff product, mate. Like like Neil just said in the chat, that he cares about boxes. He's got a bit of an OCD, and I know he does. He loves a box that's all sealed. Yeah, no, it's not like I don't like Sophie. It's her content. Like, as a person, I don't know her. I can't make that assumption. But her content, when I watch her,
be very serious, but she sort of. I mean, her idea with vaping, she wants to quit. She's now on 0 milligram.
Right. Okay.
And her idea is that she's going to quit. But obviously, she's still a very well-known figure in the vape reviewing scene. She still brings in a lot of views.
Yeah, of course.
Obviously, there was. When she first became a thing, people were like watching her because, you know, she wore like low cut crop tops and stuff, and people, like, all the people in the comments were like, oh, you're so gorgeous, you're beautiful, blah 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 blah. I wasn't even talking about the vape stuff.
Yeah, she's a female in a male dominated industry, so that's naturally going to happen.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Like, you know, but and then she sort of played it up, and she was just like being like ditzy, and I mean, that's just her. She's got a kooky personality, but
I get that.
She plays up to it. She plays up to it, and she, you know.
No, I see the appeal.
It's just who she is.
I see the appeal.
But she doesn't care. She just doesn't care, and that's what I like about her.
No, 100%. No, I totally get it. That's what I'm saying. From my perspective, when I first started watching, I was like, wow, I've watched too much internet. Like, for today, I need to just log off.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But then, you know, obviously being a big vape review figure and being in this niche myself, I have to still watch a lot of content creators to see what they're up to, see what sort of styles, what's working for them, what isn't, you know, what do people seem to shift towards, what are they talking about, just to kind of make sure I'm on the right track, or, you know, if I could do something completely different or whatever. But when you sent me that video, I watched it and I did gain a lot of respect for her, because I was like, no, fair play to you. Like, a lot of creators, not just in this niche but in general on this platform, would have just crumbled. They'd have been like, well, okay, I'll just do what you want. Where she's like, nah, like, I've been doing this long enough, it's my job. Like, if I review a product, I make sure I do it properly. I do it my way. You're sending me a product.
She literally said in like the 6 or whatever years she's been doing it, she's never had. And she was basically saying like, this is shit. Like,
yeah, and fair play.
She basically said like, this is shit. Like,
this is something that I say all the time on the channel, especially in e-liquid reviews. I am waiting for a bad product to turn up on my desk. And we spoke about this before. Now, obviously, with the channel being new compared to a lot of the others, all my reviews are pretty positive. There's only like one I remember going back to, and that was Yannick and Gala. That thing's trash. Don't buy one. I was, to get the content out and get that back catalogue, I was genuinely reviewing things I enjoyed. That was the whole purpose. It was the point.
Yeah.
But now I've been doing it a while now, and it's come up to a year in a couple of months, which is crazy, to be fair. It's gone well quick. I'm hoping I start getting products that are bad, so I can actually be like, look, not everything I review is great. We've gone past that stage. Now it's genuinely, you know, this is terrible. This is why. Because, yeah.
You actually had a comment recently, didn't you? You actually had a comment recently.
Yeah, I had a comment this morning on my Aegis Boost video. I don't want to out the guy, but I'll read his comment. I mean, if you guys care about it, then you'll go read it. And I think I handled it in the best possible way. I don't think he was being...
Go for it. I've not seen it.
He weren't being spiteful. He made a point. I just replied. He basically, it was 8 hours ago. It's on the Aegis Boost review. He said the damn thing leaks in various device areas. This nullifies the whole durability selling point. Or ... a good reviewer should have addressed this ... unless there is money involved in your reviews. That is. And I was like, oh, it's a bit fucking sharp. Jesus.
Wait, what did he say? Something about you not pointing out a leak.
Right, yeah. So he basically said the damn thing leaks in various device areas, which nullifies the whole durability selling point. He then said a good reviewer should have addressed this, and then he put unless there's money involved with your reviews, that is. So I hearted the comment, I liked it like I do with everyone, and I comment. I always reply to everyone's comment. And I said, hey, thanks for reaching out.
Since this review, a few people have had their device leak on them, and it's mainly due to the coils not being fitted properly. And others have had different issues, to be fair. I did my review on my experience with the device, and I still use the Aegis Boost as a secondary device daily. It's actually in the living room where Nick is. I have not personally had any issues with leaking, but like I said, I know a few people that have had these issues since this review has gone live. My reviews are not paid for, and if any content is sponsored, I always clearly state at the start of the video, and then I just ended it with say, I hope you're well and keeping safe. And he hasn't responded, but it's kind of getting to the point where people are thinking, they hop on the channel, everything's great, and like I've said to you, like it will get to a point where I'm like, no, this is actually trash. It's just everything I've reviewed so far, I've enjoyed. I think it's a good little bit of kit or whatever. So I'm actually hoping for some trashy products.
I mean, not to be like whatever, but I sort of get his point. Like you could have said that like, oh, some people are having issues or whatever, but
this is before Jay really realised, like,
please everyone.
Oh, no,
yeah, when Jay done. When you done that review, you'd only been using it, you know, for like a week or so.
I had no issues.
And then it wasn't until, yeah, you hadn't had any issues, and it wasn't until a little while later, friends or customers were saying, oh, by the way, can I, you know, why is this leaking?
It's the same with the Target PM80. Vapresso actually emailed us and said, can you do a video teaching people how to fit the coil properly, because that's the main issue while people are having leaking issues. So I was like, yeah, no problem. It's free content for me to do, and it helps people. And it's because it's on a pod system, it applies to most pod systems. If the coil is not fitted right, it will leak. But yeah, at the time of the review going live, I hadn't had any issues. And since then, you know, I think this is where it gets a bit awkward, because that video is there. It's a constant. It's always there. So if you watch it now and you know there's issues, you're going to pick up on that. But if you look at when it was published and then you think, oh, actually this was done 3 months ago, might not have had any issues then. Do you know what I mean? So I kind of see his point, but I was just like, that's not how it works. But yeah. Neil has put, I'll explain the reason. Sorry, meant her content, not her as a person. Ignore me. Apart from yours, obviously, I really like Jay Hayes, Mike Vapes, Indoor Smokers, and that mad Australian, the Vaping Bogan. Mate, the Vaping Bogan cracks me up. He literally is he sums up not giving a fuck. Like, he just does him, and I love that. Jay Hayes, I quite enjoy. I think Mike Vapes, I kind of dip in and out of his content, because he went for a period of just moaning about ridiculous stuff 24/7, and I was like, I'm getting a bit bored of you just moaning. Like, it's getting me annoyed. Like, I want to watch your content to escape, not to get annoyed. If I wanted to do that, I'd go watch like the Nyan Cat for 10 hours. Do you know what I mean? So I do rate his stuff, but I'd kind of dip in and out of him. And then he's got, oh God, I hope mine don't leak. You should be fine, Neil. It's just there is a separate video on it, so it's just where there's a line in the coil. You just have to match that up, and then that way it's not going to leak. That's all.
As long as it's in properly, I think people weren't. To most, avid vapors, they'd see that, but I think people who, just starting out with that
Casual
kit, they don't know exactly, don't know exactly how to place the coil, and that's the only issue they were having, wasn't it?
So here's a question for you two, and for you guys that are watching. What would you like to see on the channel? Is there anything that I'm not doing, or something you just like to see me dip into? Because I'm always open to adapting and moving forward.
I mean, it does seem like you're reviewing mostly pod mods. I think you should review more mods and tanks. I mean, you could try. I mean, I don't know if I've never really used one, or if you're in, I don't even know. But you could try like drippers and stuff as well.
Yeah, I think it's more. I feel like pod mods are just
That's
the
just
big thing at the minute. So I think, so many companies are coming out with pod mods,
If I have some mods laying around that I haven't reviewed, then by all means, I'm all about that. It just, it does, some of the equation is, well, I've not been sent it, so I can't review it. However, Phoenix, big shout out to them, they have always said that I can take stuff off the shelf to review it, if need be. So, because we have such a vast array of stuff now, there is stuff I can, like mods and stuff I can definitely, like I actually had an idea the other day. I was watching Unbox Therapy. I don't know if you guys watch him. I know Nick's recently just found him and loves him.
Yeah.
But he did a video on the iPhone bend test years ago. And then it made me think of because what I try and do with this channel is I'm trying to do stuff that is still relevant, but slightly, it just has my own spin on it. Hence, like the editing styles, the color grades, the B-roll, whatever. But I was thinking, like, I could do a video of like how waterproof is the Aegis X kit, like, and genuinely just do a video like that where it's less serious or scripted and it's more testing out the durability of something. I think that could be a good video. I don't know if people would care, but you know.
I mean, when the Aegis was released, Geek Vape did put on their videos of them running it over with a truck and throwing it in a swimming pool.
Yeah, but then the skepticism is.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, they people could have scripted the hell out of it. But...
is that a commercial selling point? You know, how true to that is it? So for the average consumer or the reviewers to pick it up and go, right, well, I'm just going to leave it in a bathtub for half an hour, see what happens. And like, test it to its limits. I don't know. It's just something I was thinking about that's slightly different. But no, I'm always up for new ideas. Right, Neil's put, I'll rewatch your video. That's true about mic vapes. I said I don't want to slag him off. I don't want to start any beef or anything. But I'm just saying that, like, the period where I was watching him a lot, it just seemed as though every video was a problem. So I just dipped out for a bit. Went back to it. He's all right, you know. Still enjoy his content. I think every creator goes through that. Started vaping with Vic recently. I enjoy his content. I always keep up with him, see what he's doing. But he always seems to be. There's always some sort of issue, and I just don't get it. Like, either people calling him out, he's calling people out, or there's just always an issue, and that's fine. Do you know what I mean? It is what it is. But from a consumer of content, it's just things you pick up on, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Do your top 3 or 5 favorite devices of all time to date. Ooh, that could be a good one.
I could pick my top 3.
Yeah.
Quite easily. Yeah.
All right, go for it. What are your top 3 all time?
Joytech Evic V2, bomb-proof, built-in battery, biggest battery on the market at the time. Still got one that still works. Fantastic. Smoant Raybox, weird-looking device, still works. It's crazy. It's cool. And probably my last one, probably this one. This one's solid. This one's good.
To be fair, you love that Smoant Naboo. You absolutely love it, and fair play.
Oh, I've had what the Smoant Raybox I've had. That's lasted me for probably almost 5 years now.
Man.
It still works despite the fact it's all open. Shit's gotten in it. I've cleaned it out. I've taken it apart. I've basically doused it with alcohol to clear all the shit out of it. I've put it back together. It still works.
Fair play. One of my all-time favourite devices, like proper all-time favourite devices, and I'll explain this as to why, because people will probably be thinking, what? One of my all-time favourites. Can you guess it, Nick?
My favourite device?
One of, yeah.
Coco for sure has got to be in there.
Oh yeah, what are we talking? Pod mod?
No, I'm talking.
Or are we talking
just one of my devices of all time that you know that is just one of my favourites and it always will be. I don't know.
I doubt I'm going to know the answer to this.
I don't know if you get yourself. You might.
I mean, thinking about tanks,
No,
I
no,
think about
just
Nantaku.
kit.
No,
It's a kit.
Alien?
Yes. One of my all-time
Okay, I was thinking. That was one of the first thing that came in my head. But then I was thinking, I know you're not a massive fan of more recent smock things. I mean, they've definitely come up with better things recently. But I know they had a little period of, there wasn't that great products. I don't want to slate them. But that was our first proper kit, and we absolutely love that. We both love that kit.
Exactly, and that's why it will always be in my all-time favourites, purely because it was one of our first introductions to this industry that captured our full attention, That's where I kind of got my love for this industry. We had devices before then, and I was already, loving the industry. But then, boom, I had an alien kit, and it changed everything. And that's why it will always be there. I don't care if people's had theirs blow up or they failed. I understand there was a lot of issues with it because, well, it's Smok. There's always issues with Smok. But less so now. But the alien phase was massive for faulty units. But our alien kits still work. Still have them. They're actually at the shop, and it will always be one of my favourites. Always. Right.
I thought you could. I thought you might say the. No, who is it from? Is it Aspire?
The Aspire. Are we talking kit or are we talking tank?
Mod or kit.
Aspire kit.
Every time you kept raving about it, saying it had fantastic flavour, and it's like one that's been around since like 2014 or something.
I've got the Mulus right now, and it uses the Nautilus coils. Oh, the POC-X has been around since 2015.
Yeah, that's the one.
Kit.
I thought you might have been that. Sorry for that loud, massive bang. My microphone fell over.
That's all right, mate. You all good?
Yeah,
no worries.
It just probably blown out the ears of everyone in the chat. For
me, the POC-X is an absolute OG of the industry, purely because it was a starter pen that was released in 2015, and today it's still one of Aspire's best-selling products because it's just so easy to use for a starter. Working in the industry and helping people make the switch, that device made my life so much easier because it's just a solid product. And when you whack in the new Nautilus X mesh, or the XS mesh coils in it, it's an absolute game changer. It genuinely just completely evolves the device. Right, so just catching up with the chat. Also never liked these destroying phones, devices, etc. Reasonable drop test fine as that's realistic. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Neil. So a lot of it's done for clickbait, 100%. So my spin it's what Elliot said is, Geek Vape did their own commercial style videos for them. But has anyone actually just gone, here's the Aegis X, let's see how actually waterproof it is in real life conditions. I'm not talking take a sledgehammer to it because that's not going to happen in your day to day. But let's say you drop it in the sink and you forget, say you're having a shower, you've knocked it off and it's in there for 5-10 minutes. Is it going to withstand it? Nothing over the top. There are those that destroy. Oh, hang on. Always enjoy a vlog. Will be easy when this is done. Did you see your other question from above? Oh no.
Yeah, we already answered it. I think you must. It was about the one mod. Juice, etc. combo.
We'll go back over that in just a sec.
Yeah.
The ones that are for 100,000k plus phones, iPads, and yes, they may have the money, but give it to charity, especially in the current climate, or auction it, give the money to food banks or NHS. Oh yeah, 100%, mate. It's not for clickbait. It's more just to give you guys interesting content and keep it fresh. That's all. I have this weird content creator mind where I just feel like people get bored of my stuff very quickly, and that might not necessarily be the case. It's just because I'm doing a similar structure thing over and over. That's all. Does that make sense? So it's nice to have.
There's a YouTuber who's called Jerry Rig. Get like top of the line phones and destroy them, but it's so that you know what they can take and stuff.
Right. Okay. All right. Sorry, Rob. So I chose the Caliburn Cocoa with the Bad Juice salt custard cream as a Nick salt. That is me done. Nick chose. What did you choose, Nick?
Caliburn Cocoa with a blue slushy blue raspberry flavour juice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then what did you pick, Elliot?
Mine was Smell at Naboo, Horizon Tech Falcon Tank, and possibly the Grand Canyon Ice Tea Peach.
There you are. Yeah, see, Rob's out there doing bits. He's serving the community. He's doing what he needs to do, and I rate that. We've currently been live streaming for an hour and 52 minutes. That's mad. That has gone so quick. That is so quick. I've actually really enjoyed this, Something completely new, something different. I hope you guys have.
Basically having a catch-up, but filming it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
this is the thing. Nick will tell you that the way my brain works now is because I've been on YouTube for like 5-6 years now. And I do like Instagram stories and stuff. And I'm trying to build a brand. The way my brain works is I'm like, cool, whatever I do, I can film. And it's a weird thing to try and come away from. So I'm like, yeah, we'll have a catch up. Why not do a live stream? Because it's still content and we're still doing what we need to do. I get that, but I'm sure companies such have Apple and Samsung have done vigorous tests already. These guys are in it to make an unrealistic level. Just my take. That's fair enough.
Never charge your battery, call or have... Oh, okay, it's a different question. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So basically what he's asking is, would you prefer to never have to charge your battery, never have to change your coil, or have juice forever? That's basically his question.
Never change my coil, because I hate changing coils.
Yeah.
That's why I picked the Coco.
As well.
Because you just whap out a pod.
If we're allowed to swap juices this time, I'd much rather have infinite juice.
Ooh.
But if it's infinite juice, is that infinite of the same juice? Because then again,
that's
we
what
have
I'm asking.
picked up.
Is it infinite of one juice, or is it infinite of any juice? Because if it's any juice, I'm going juice all the way.
Ooh, okay. I mean, charging the battery, I'm used to that. We all are. That doesn't really bother me. It's just part of vaping.
It's like charging your phone.
Yeah, exactly. Coils do my nutting. That's why I like pods. You pull them out, you throw them away, put another one in. Boff.
You wasteful man.
Yeah, but just about to say, having said that, I do not like the waste that does come with pods, and I'm hoping that over time they do become more refinable.
Oh, he said any. If it's any juice, that's it. I'm going juice all the way. Infinite of Bloom, Homeboy, freaking Cedar Reserve.
Cracking.
I want the whole lot. I'm going infinite.
I think. Yeah, I think you're right there, Real. I think you have to go infinite juice, don't you? Coils and battery are just what you have to deal with anyway. But juice, yeah. Again, going back to the whole being in a blessed position and not having to think about certain things. From a juice perspective, not had to worry. I've had so much laying around. A lot of it is 0 milligram, but it's mad. Yeah, I think I'll go infinite juice. That's a good shout.
What's your absolute favourite juice right now?
Currently, right now, where is it? I think I put the bottle on the floor.
I can tell you what mine is.
Go for it.
Wait, Jay, can you guess what mine is at the minute?
Your favourite juice right now?
Yeah, if we're talking VG.
Oh, that's the brand that I love saying on my channel. That fucking flavour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Fucking flavour.
They've got a Red Bull flavour, and that's awesome.
And the Red Bull flavour is amazing, but my favourite is the fucking monkey. It's like a honeydew, watermelon, and like, I'm not normally a massive juice fan, but oh my god, like I can't even. And it's got a slight ice to it. Jay thinks it's really icy. I think it's just got a nice
Elliot, you'd love it because it blows my face off with ice.
It is so nice.
Genuinely, I vape it and it makes my eyes water. It's that icy. The flavour is insane. Don't get me wrong, but it's so icy it makes my eyes water.
If it makes your eyes water, then it's going to be weak as piss.
I'll take
I don't think it's that icy, so it's definitely got a hint.
There we go.
It's got a hint of something, you know.
I don't say it's got a hint of ice. It's all you hit with an iceberg, then it's flavour. It's good though. Right.
Love it.
Newest one understands to keep content fresh, but it's expensive devices being destroyed to me, so unnecessary. Again, just my opinion. Hey, no, don't shut up. You're entitled to your opinion, man. That's the whole point. We're all here to chat.
One thing, it's not to take away from his opinion, but you've got to also realise that they make those phones for like 200 quid and then sell them for
Yeah, it's true.
So they might well be expensive devices to us, but for the actual company, it's like a freaking drop in the open.
Yeah, it is, to be fair. But yeah, again, this is why I love YouTube, because there's so many areas and niches that you can go into. Do you know what I mean?
There is literally channels that will destroy stuff. That is what they're like. The Blend It channel. They just blend stuff.
Oh, Blend Tech. My God, that's a thing from a bygone era.
Yeah, mate, I'm OG. I remember that. I'm a boomer.
Action Man figures. Will it blend?
Have you seen those ones? Blend? Have you seen those ones with the like industrial? Oh, I can't remember what they're called, but it's like a crusher.
Yeah,
so they
yeah.
literally put like fridges in there and tires and
industrial pneumatic press, and he just
Yeah.
presses stuff, and it blew up
yeah,
overnight.
that's it. Oh god.
Joe, one channel which I think everyone unite. I can't think of the words. Everyone likes, but people forgets about. I don't know a single person that doesn't like their content, but always forgets about them. Is the slow-mo guys.
Yeah,
It
I
doesn't
agree.
interest me.
What? You don't want to see stuff in ultra slow-mo and like...
We just went through a phase of just binging them, didn't we?
Yeah, we did, to be fair. They just released a video
It's
the other day about...
It's just easy content.
It's like, yeah, it's just glitter that explodes from a bag, but in like ultra 4K, and it looks mental.
You used to watch a guy that seeked out and tried on-air juice that would make him nearly crab flavour nearly did it. That would be funny if you could get hold of some horror juice.
Oh, mate, I tell you what, I've got a horror juice. Danny Ball, I'm calling you out, mate, because you were the first person that introduced me to this, and mate, I will slap you if I ever get the chance for this juice. It was apple and cream cheese, and he did not tell me what it was. It was, it smelled like feet, it tasted like feet, and I nearly threw up. It was grim. Absolutely.
Well, I told you there was a group of guys that did the flavor box or whatever it was, and it was like a woman and two guys, and someone dared them, or they said to the guy that does the sample box or whatever it's called, and they were like, yeah, can you, like, if you've got your own laboratory and stuff, can you make us your most disgusting juices ever? And it was like foie gras and shit like that. And then the last one they tried was called Wet Dream.
Oh, no.
And they vaped it, and the guys were like, what the fuck? Like, oh my God, this is disgusting. And the woman said, yeah, this is actually like pretty much the right flavour.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, that's mad. Yeah,
she was like, yeah, she turned around and was like, yeah, this is pretty accurate. And then they all just burst out fucking laughing.
Oh, mad. I'd do stuff like that. If I could find some repulsive...
That would be funny.
I'd do an e-book review.
Maybe it's something we all three of us could do at one point. That would be funny
100%,
as hell.
Yeah. That's mad. What are you guys' opinions from as being consumers of like vape content? What are your thoughts on the whole niche right now? Do you think it's going to last? Do you think it's dying out? It's something I just see across like the Twitter sphere and other things, and there's so many varied opinions.
I think it is a great niche. However, comparing it to other niches like makeup or phone reviews or I don't know, clothes, do you know what I mean? Merch or whatever. Like we've had the conversation, and also kind of bringing in my website as well. It's so hard to promote it because, like, for example, on YouTube, like you can't, you know, put the links of websites in descriptions. We can't run ads for our website because vaping, you know, it's not allowed basically.
Yeah, they're tight with smoking laws. It makes it hard.
Yeah.
So like,
so I think it's a great niche. I just think it's a difficult one.
Yeah, a lot of people have said to me about my channel, like I have the random comments every now and then that are like, they're saying, oh, your channel should have way more subscribers than it does, and your channel's going to blow up. And I'm very grateful for them comments. Honestly, it makes my day. I'm glad that I'm just a bloke in a room with a camera, and people are enjoying that. It honestly makes my day. However, I know I'm never going to get that 1 million, 2 million subscribers purely based on the fact that because of the content I create, YouTube does not like it because it's tied to smoking laws, which I'm fully fine with. I can't run ads on it. I can't promote it. I understand that, and I'm still growing. So the way I see it is, well, if the channel's still growing and I'm going against the grain at every aspect, it shows that there is a need for it. Or, you know, the whole supply and demand for it. It's just a slower process. And yeah, like Nick just touched on it briefly, we do have a new channel sponsor, which is a company called vapes7seas.co.uk. It's actually something I've brought Nick on to speak about. Completely forgot. Hey, Tetley man, how we doing? Yeah, so I'll let Nick talk about it, but it's essentially her little side hustle that she started. Nothing to do with me, genuinely. It's something she's taken on her own. And yeah, I'll let her talk about it, but what do you want to say?
I just basically thought there's so many people that are struggling to get their vape supplies, like we were kind of discussing earlier, whether vape shops are essential.
Yeah.
And as the UK has kind of deemed them as, you know, not essential for now anyway, that people, you know, needed supplies. So I basically thought like, let's create this website, let's give people vape supplies at a, you know, as affordable as we can. So like when I was like trying to price things up, I was trying to think, oh, okay, this company sells it for $10.99. Let's try and at least sell it for $9.99. Do you know what I mean? You want to kind of
Be competitive.
make that impact. Yeah, be competitive, be affordable.
Yeah.
And then I just feel like I had loads of friends, and then obviously you're an influencer, so I thought it was a great opportunity.
But I appreciate it.
I would. But, you know, like you can, you know, promote it and get it out there. It's, you know, I'm not gonna lie, obviously it is an extra little bit of income as well, which is something, you know, I look into like saving. But yeah, it's just, and I don't know, I just kind of thought.
Not to cut you off, just 2 secs, babe. Tetley, man, appreciate the sub, man. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the content. And Rob, thank you so much for coming into this live stream and getting involved, giving us some great things to talk about. We'll no doubt either get you on the live streams, or we hope to see you soon, and we'll definitely get this podcast sorted. So I hope you have a good day, you stay safe, and you keep crushing it, man. All right, so thank you. Sorry, Nick, it's just a comment. And he also says, thanks for what you do, Nick, on the front line. Thank you so much. She's going to love that. Nick? Hello?
She dropped again.
She dropped. Let me just check. Have you dropped again?
I dropped.
Okay. Nick, Rob said, thank you for what you do on the front line.
Oh, thank you.
So I'll just add you back in. I'm just going to... if you just go back on and do what you did last time. Chuck, is it here a sec?
There we go. She's just dropped.
Sorry about these technical issues.
I don't know why it keeps on happening to me.
Right, so...
Hello?
Oh.
There we go.
Yeah, we go.
There we go.
Right, yeah, sorry about that. So yeah, I'll let Nick finish talking about what she's done. I think it's incredible.
I don't really know where I got to because I was just going on a massive rant. To be fair.
Fair enough. We basically said goodbye to. We said hello to Tetley Man because he's a new subscriber. Appreciate it. And obviously Rob said he's just got to shoot off. So we thanked him for being on the live stream, and he thanked you for doing all the hard work on the front line. So.
Oh, thank you. It really does.
Niels also said that he's really loving the stream and the.
Oh, thank you so much, Neil. I appreciate it. I'm hoping people are, really enjoying it. It's something that I'm thoroughly enjoying this. To be fair, we've been streaming for 2 hours and 6 minutes, and it does not feel like
crazy.
It whatsoever.
We're almost coming up to when we first did a podcast.
Yeah, I know, right? It's almost like a challenge to beat it. But no, like I'm really enjoying it. But honestly, from my perspective, Nick has just transformed into this sort of adult that can just do things, and I'm so proud. Going on
What's
to
that supposed to mean?
well, no, like
that I'm normally a child.
no. I mean, like when we first got together, I was in a really bad place, and Nick was working at Costa, and she enjoyed her job, but it wasn't what she wanted to do. She wanted to originally be a midwife and go into that sort of field. And when we were getting together, and when we were, as the relationship has been developing, I've seen her grow into this person that strives after what she wants, and she takes no for an answer, which does have its down points, but also has an amazing upside. So she, I hope they don't mind me saying this, but there was a lot of people around you at the time, and you were like, oh, I've got an opportunity to go work for the hospital and work my own way, do it my own way, which isn't the traditional route. A lot of people were like, oh, you're not going to be able to do this. You can't even get up on time. And I'm sitting there going, you do what you want to do. I'll support you any way I can. And to see you go on and do what you've achieved is insane. And not only have you're fighting this fight right now, you've also set up a business for yourself. And you're thinking long term, and you're like, I want to help people not only from a medical standpoint, but from an industry that you love and want to get into yourself, which is just mad. So I rate that so high.
But you have honestly molded me as a person that doesn't, care what other people. So obviously, I still have to work on it. I still do in some cases.
It's something that everyone works on. I'm sure Elliot will agree. You have to get to a
you've
point.
literally just, persuaded me to do what I want to do. Don't care what everybody else thinks. Yeah. Supported me through every step of everything. Like with the website setting up, there was questions I had for you, and you helped me out. With work, with daily life. The amount of times I'll come home upset after a shift, and you're always there, regardless, for me to, to be your shoulder to cry on.
That's all I can do, mate. I'm always there to support you and help you whatever you want to do. I'm actually quite annoyed that you thought the website and I didn't, to be fair. But obviously, with things the way I, with work and what I do, obviously, it's something I just can't do. So, the fact that you've just taken it in your stride, I just remember you coming home and like, right, I'm doing this, by the way. And I'm like, okay, sweet. And then you were like, all right, this is the plan, this is what I want to do. And I'm like, what can I do to help? So, yeah, just see how it goes, I suppose. But yeah, if you guys need vape supplies, then make sure you head over to vapes7cs.co.uk. I believe Nick has given me a discount code, which is Jupiter10 for your 10% off of your entire order.
Thanks for plugging that.
It's all right. It's all right. It feels weird. Do you know what I mean? It does feel weird. Have you dropped out again?
Me?
Hello?
Oh, no, you are still there.
Oh, I'm here.
No, that's fair enough. But yeah, where was we going with that? You had a massive point about...
Mm-hmm.
Oh, where were we talking? We were talking about something.
What? Well, you were talking about the website.
Yeah, no, it's just before that.
Oh, like what got us into talking about the website?
Yeah, just before that. There was something, and then I heard Nick say something about it, so I thought we'd talk about the website quickly, because she hasn't actually said anything about it. Tetley Man, are you from Essex, London way? I am indeed. I have a weird accent. I am from Essex. It doesn't mean...
oh, wow, we've got a few people in the chat now.
Oh, nice. Love this. Yeah, I'm from Essex way. I live in a little town just outside of a bigger town called Braintree. I don't have white teeth and a fake tan, unfortunately. It's much to some people's disappointment. But yeah. The website name is vapesofthesevenseas.co.uk. If you go to my community tab on the channel, you'll see I did a post for it. So you can go on it that way. Obviously, with YouTube, I can't put links in the description or anything like that, because YouTube does not like that, and it's also me promoting something that they don't like. So saying it or whatever, it makes sense.
You can also find Vapes of the Seven Seas on Facebook and on Instagram as well. Where
there you go.
Promote deals and any discount codes and everything. So it's definitely we'll have to keep an eye.
Right, I'm keeping up with the chat now. Website name done. Oh, mate, Hansel's in the chat. Dr. Twisticles, I love you, man. How are we doing?
I don't know
you're
friends
with David Mitchell. That's
okay.
Banner. Legend. I hope you're doing all right, man. Honestly, I really do. Right. So you got, is that Chelsea I spot to already my favourite reviewer? Yeah, so this is actually, there's a bit of a story behind this. I know a lot of people that watch the channel aren't really into football, and that's fine. Grew up in a very football-orientated household.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's why I didn't get it.
Yeah, all the autographs of the players on the wall. So I've actually accumulated a lot of these over the years. Some of these are presents to me. Some of them were my mum's, and when she passed, I inherited. So I've got a big 3-picture piece of Lampard, one of my favourite all-time players, above the monitors, which you can kind of see in the frame. It's quite hard to get it all in. But yeah, I inherited that from my mum. It was one of her favourite pieces. I've got Claude Makélélé. I've got 2 of Fernando Torres. One was for my mum and signed to her. One was signed to me. Damien Duff, Claude Makélélé, and Adrian Mutu, which a lot of Chelsea fans forgot played for us, but he did for a season. Right, don't worry, I'm not going to stop talking about football, because I know you two just really don't care. But that's just to answer you, Telly, man, so I appreciate it. Got Neil, Essex 2, my guy, LJ.
Gotcha. Yeah, don't worry. That's just me. My brain just farted a little bit. As to be expected.
Yeah, like about
Thanks
4 different people jumped in the chat at the same time.
Yeah, I'm just trying to deacon. What's it called? I was going to say decompose. That's not what I meant. Deconstruct the chat. Right. As to be expected. Thanks for that. Honestly, Hansel, I need to get you on these live streams as well. I hope you're all right, man. Honestly, reach out if you need anything. I hope that you are doing well. All the love ever I could send is your way. So you've got, I don't think I resemble David Mitchell. And now it's been pointed out. I'm joking.
Just letting you know, JD, your partner, however, you can't say your product. Do not have an SSL certificate.
Okay, Nick, you'll have to look into that.
Let me have a look. I'm trying to find the link to the website on your Facebook page.
Only going to be lurking for the most part. I'm playing Xbox and listening. Hey, fair enough, man. It's a bit of background noise for you.
I had the link to your website somewhere. Where the hell?
Yeah, no, thank you, LJ. I'll get Nick to look into that because I'm pretty sure she's set one up. It just might not be visible for some weird reason. I don't know. She's going to look into that, so I appreciate that.
No worries, yeah.
That's an impressive wall. Thank you so much. Some legends there. I do have a Chuck Norris autograph, which Nick broke. I know, right?
Don't you mean the autograph broke her?
I wish it was that way, like genuinely. Yeah, I've accumulated them over the years, mate. I just love them. They're one of my prized possessions. I'm always looking to add to it. I'd like an Eden Hazard one. That'd be nice. Yeah, I know you're not.
I was going to ask you, Jay, when are you going to start reviewing some stuff? Because you've got a lot of pretty damn good liquids at Phoenix.
Sorry, you just cut out on the product. When am I going to start reviewing what? Sorry.
Phoenix products.
So I've actually been speaking to the guys at work in the head office, and initially before lockdown, the plan was that I was going to start reviewing whole ranges for them. So I'd go through, say, the Candyland range, and then I'd go through the Z-Virus range. The initial plan was I was actually going to do them in store after work, so it's within their environment. Obviously, with lockdown, I can't, but I will be as soon as lockdown's lifted. Yeah, I can't wait. I'm going to be honest, I can't wait to get back to the store and just see everyone again. It'd be really cool. Right.
Yeah, that's one thing I sort of miss, really. One's meeting up with my girlfriend, two's just coming and chilling in the shop for a few hours on a Saturday.
Honestly, like I said this to yourself a lot of times, and as things were growing at the Braintree store, I love the weekends because all the customers are off work and they come in and say hi and things about that. Yeah, it's just having that. I like the community side of it. Like, even with this, we've got 10 people watching, which I never thought we would, like concurrent, and we've got people banging on in the chat. I'm loving this. I love, building this community, talking to this community, and that's just the sort of person I am. So I can't wait. I bet you're finding it hard not seeing the missus, though. I bet it must be quite difficult. Has that had a strain on your relationship at all?
Well, I mean, when I used to live in Holland, I only go once every three, 4 times a year.
Okay.
So it's sort of, it's not nice because now I'm used to seeing her like 2 or 3 times a month, but it's like, it is what it is, really. It's just, I've dealt with it before, I can deal with it again, sort of thing.
That's fair enough, man. I know a lot of, again, going back to the whole being in a bit of a blessed situation, I live with Nick. So I've not had to, if I didn't live with Nick and I had to isolate completely, mate, I would be a mess. Because like you said, you get used to a certain thing. I'm used to living with Nick. So I think on the spin of that is there are a lot of couples that are now being forced to live together because they're isolating together. And it's not their own place. It's either the boyfriend's place or the girlfriend's place. And honestly, wow. That must be hard because when you first move in together with someone, you naturally form arguments, but it's your own space that you develop. So to be having that situation in someone else's space must be even harder. Right, let's catch up. Sending your products to have HTTP, not HTTP, take and partial selling online. You're welcome. Got myself an SSL because my website needed it. Your sister dated Frank Lampard. That's mad. Hey, that's mad.
That's crazy.
Neil, you missed my comment about Nick's website. Just wanted to say congratulations to Tara. Well done for a great site and amazing start. Oh, thanks, Neil. She's going to love that.
Thanks, Neil.
I missed the wear branch so much. Was part of my lunch break routine. Yeah, man, honestly, that wear store, I love that. It's always going to have a place in my heart. I'm glad. Well, sorry, I'm not glad. I'm gutted that it got shut down, like, genuinely. It was so strange for me to have two different communities to communicate with almost on a daily basis. It was nice. It was like I had my home base and then I had my wear base, and they slowly became intertwined. There was times when wear customers were coming out to the Braintree store, there was Braintree customers coming to wear store, and it was just mental. And I love that place. I love that little town. I know a lot of people that live there don't like it because that's all they used to, but honestly, it's a beautiful part of the world. And then LJ's put, definitely have in fact a relationship, so it's hard. Can't recognise the surname I got. Liam McCutcheon.
I've just to Tetley, man. I've checked the certificate on the website. There is a certificate.
There is, yeah.
Yeah, Let's Encrypt
Perfect.
Authority X3. It's SHA 256 encryption, and it says that all transactions done through this website are secure. So should be good.
Fair enough. I appreciate that. I'm sure, Nick, that saves you a job. I know I do recognise the name, but I suck at putting faces to names. I'm good with faces, terrible with names. I'm sorry. LJ.
I mean, every time we're on a podcast, you ask my surname. So I mean, yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you, El. No, that's because I can't pronounce it and I don't want to butcher it. I know what it is. I just can't pronounce it. Is it on Facebook too? I can't see some of the comments. Oh yeah, it is on Facebook. I think you just search Vapes to the 7 Seas on Facebook. And then Neil's put, that's how I met Jay. So pleased that we had that opportunity to do so. Honestly, Neil, you are, like Nick has said this, and I'm sure she'll vouch for me, genuinely one of the nicest, humble, human guys, kind-hearted people I've ever met in my life. Like, honestly.
You honestly are.
Don't worry, El, I'm not taking any shots or anything. It's just, honestly, you need to meet Neil. Everyone on this planet needs to meet Neil. He is just... He's a man mountain of a guy. He is an absolute unit, and he's such a kind-hearted person. Does anything for everyone. So nice. She was in EastEnders and Love Actually. Wait, I'm trying to... Oh, okay, right, now I get it. Right, yeah, I think I've cottoned on. That's mad. That's mental. Right, so where were we at? I get lost in the comments and I get lost in our conversation.
Yeah, I know. It's like you're just getting used to live streaming.
I know, man. I say I'm really enjoying this. We might have to make this a frequent thing. What was I going to say? Okay, this is probably... I think we probably have spoke about it, but not recently. Purely because it was slightly different. So... Can you explain your first experience, or can you remember your first experience with the Braintree store? Because obviously I wasn't there. I don't think I was.
It was about 2 weeks after the store opened.
Mm-hmm.
And I was visiting my girlfriend. I think it was the first time I visited my girlfriend in England, and that must have been March 2016. March 2016. And it was Danny and his friend or ex-friend.
Yeah, Ricky.
I don't know why. Working in there. And I was used to go into one of the other shops at Braintree, to be honest, but I went in there and had a look, and it was alright. Did I pick up anything? No, I don't think I did pick up anything. I was just in there for... Stock was quite limited back then. I think it was mainly like Cedar Reserve, and that was about it. And then when I went in there, I used to go in there when it was Danny on his own, and then used to spend hours in there with Danny, chatting and talking about gaming and shit like that. And then obviously, you know, he left. And then you. So really, I've actually been Phoenix longer than you've been at Phoenix.
Yeah, no, I think I started official employment, I think was April 26th. I think it was April, May, around then.
It was definitely summer.
Yeah, it was just coming into the summer, wasn't it? It was getting warm. But I was just a part-timer. So I used to do Sundays. I used to do a day off during a day during the week when Danny wanted a day off, and I used to do an hour and a half with him on a Saturday. The only reason I ask is because I think everyone has a connection with a vape shop. It's always their first experience with it. People seem to remember that. And I just find it's just fascinating. I remember the first time I went into the Braintree store, I went in there with Tom. He recommended I go there. And he was, this is like, you know, Cornwall Vape Shop. The guy in there is really cool, easy to talk to. So I remember going in there, speaking to Danny, met him for the first time, sort of thing. We spent hours in there, went and got my coffee and whatever, because we weren't quite sure if we could sit in there for too long. Do you know what I mean? So we wanted to, you know, get my coffee, whatever. And I think by the end of the shift, Danny was just like, "Do you want a job? I'm looking for someone." And I was like, I mean, okay, I'll take it. It was just a weird experience. I just remember going in there and having that from a consumer point of view, just having all them new emotions of like, oh wow, this is a whole new world. There's so much to it. There's so much choice. There's so much to learn. Got me excited.
Yeah, you keep bringing up the fact you stole my job.
Oh, sorry, mate. I had no idea.
You have to rub it in every time, don't you?
I'm sorry, mate. I didn't even know. Literally, that's how the day went. Tom was like, "Oh, right, so it's a good job you come up here." Because even Tom was like, "Oh, I was going to try and get a job there. I didn't know he was looking."
Yeah. Well, Danny posted on Indeed that he was looking for someone to work in there, and when I contacted him, he was like, "Oh, I found someone that worked in retail, done this, done that, and done this, that, and the other before." Yeah. And I don't know who the hell it was. There was like some. I mean, I hate to be rude, but this like big greasy guy was in there for like a week, and then he disappeared.
Oh,
and then
no,
it was
Danny told me
else,
about that.
And then they disappeared, and then Danny was in there on his own, and then he was like, "Yeah, I'm sort of like ready to give this up and stuff like that." And then obviously he left, and then it was, I think, then it was you, and then I met Misha.
Yeah, Misha's lovely. Shout out to Misha. All right, I hope you're doing all right. Misha's an absolute donny, mate. Oh, Rob's just sent me a picture on the Facebook of his mech and the juice he chose for the. He asked us. He sent me a picture. Love it. But no, Nick, can you remember your first experience? Like, trying to put it for us, Nick. You remember when we first went to Urban Vapor in Broomfield?
Yeah.
Like, do you remember how excited we were? Because it was like, oh my god.
We were like in awe. Like, we walked in like, oh my god.
Have you ever been?
Yeah, no, definitely.
Have you ever been? Right, so there's a vape shop in Broomfield.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, no, there's a vape shop in Broomfield called Urban Vapor, and genuinely.
We need to go there. Like when you know things are normal, we need to go there again.
Yeah, I will take you out. It's so good. You will love it. They've got like a wall of mechs, but it's like rather than just bunged on the wall, it's a show wall. It's like mirrored glass cabinet. It just looked proper leather wingback sofas, like a proper cafe in there.
Like
it's really
sofas.
Nice. And the staff members.
Have you not been to the Vapor Bar in Chelmsford? That's my.
Yeah, no, I've not actually been. A lot of people speak about it. I know it's really good, but I've personally never been. I've only seen their live stream, so I've seen inside from their angle, but I've not actually been there myself.
Yeah, I've been when I go and stay with my girlfriend. The rare occasions that I do, I go in, I sit in there like for a long time.
Yeah, what are they like in there?
Well, they've got like big leather like couches and chairs. They've got like a full barista style coffee machine and thingy. And then the rest of the wall is literally just juices. They've probably got like 100 different ranges of juices in there.
Nice. Sounds like there's a lot to offer.
Yeah, no, like I think
they do all of their short fills at the same. So there's that as well.
mad. Yeah, no, I think my first experience with Phoenix was, it must have been with you, but the one that I remember the most, it was right after we've been to Chroma, and we just went to the smock shop in Chroma and we just bought our alien kits. So I remember going in there and I got served by Ricky.
Oh, okay.
And he was like I put down my alien on the counter, like just looking at the juice. He was like, "Is that yours?" I'm like, "Yeah." He was like, "Oh God." I'm like, "What?" He was like, "I didn't expect like to have that device," because I think also then vaping was more newer for women, I guess. I mean, it's still, more of a male-dominated hobby. Switch, like, you know what I mean? I feel like more men have made the switch. But yeah, he was just really shocked that I had an alien kit. But yeah, and then after that, I just remember going with you. We always, each time I was in town, we went to go see Danny, got your job. And yeah.
I just find it strange.
Jay's just away in his own world, looking at his phone.
No,
I was like, hello.
No, I'm listening. I'm just speaking to a few customers of the store. That's all. They're just asking a few questions about stock online and stuff for Phoenix.
Get them on the live stream. You can answer it live. There you go.
Right, so let's catch up with the chat. What have we got? So we've got, thank you so much,
Not much,
Tiffany.
Really.
Oh, okay. And then we've got LJ saying, just be careful when you do a live stream. Your record video will disappear. I think what I've done with OBS is I'm pretty sure. I'm hoping it's also recording.
Neil just gave some warm praise to the Wear store.
Jay and Ash helped me decide to start vaping. They're both great. Phoenix was in Wear, such a welcoming place to go to, and got better and better. Thanks, man. There's actually a story with Neil which I want to speak to you guys about when he's on the live stream, so I'd like to get his point of view. But Neil was a bit of a strange situation, which turned out to be very, very good. So yeah, that's something I'd like to talk about with Neil. I think it'd be pretty cool. I think he knows what I'm going to say, and it's not even. It's just from me personally, like my perspective, but it all worked out for the best. I know it sounds very mysterious and stuff, but yeah. Don't worry, it's not as deep as you think. Right, there we go.
The one thing I said, because I was saying about the fact that Vapor Bar sells all their short fills at the same price. What do you think about short fill prices right now?
I'll be brutally honest. I think short fill prices can vary place to place so much purely on where they're getting it from wholesale. That has the effect. Also, the owners. I'm not picking anyone out specifically, just as a big branch of owners. It's it's how much markup they want based on how much they're getting it in for. So they're the factors. I mean, I know for a fact some short fills will come in at like £2.50 from wholesale. I know places that sell them for 15 quid. But then you can see that same short fill at the same wholesale price being sold for $8.99. So they're still making money regardless. It's just whether or not how much markup they want. I think the short fill prices is all over the place purely because of the population of new vapors, new businesses, new wholesalers, and also the popularity of Nick salts. So from my experience being at Phoenix before lockdown, yes, we'd still sell a lot of short fills, but because a lot more people were buying Nick salts, people were then going, oh, you get more Nick salts for your money than a short fill, so why would I buy a short fill? Which has kind of affected the short fill prices a little. They've kind of had to rejig them slightly to make them fit around, even though they are a separate part of the industry. That makes sense. Well, what are your thoughts on short fills? Do you have like a set?
No, it's just the fact that I find it like it's quite crazy that like, you know, I don't know, you'll see the reserve ones are like $9.99, $10.99, and then you've got like Own Boy of $14.99, and that's anywhere there $14.99, and then you get like the North Vapor ones, like the Miyake or whatever it's called, that raspberry yogurt that's like $18.99 for like for a 50ml. It's like, hang on a minute, I could get 100ml of the Cider Reserve, or 50ml of this one here, and then you've got like the Kraken ones, which are like 18 or 19.99 for like 100ml. It's like there's a crazy difference between some of the flavors sometimes.
Yeah, it's like I said, I think a lot of it's from wholesale. So if you're getting a short fill, say you're getting a 50ml at £6.75 a bottle, well, you've got to kind of sell that for around 12 to 15 quid to make any sort of money back on it. Because by the time you take your tax out and things like that, it's getting quite fine. Whereas if you're getting it at wholesale, so for example, Homeboy, if everywhere sells them for £14.99, they all must be able to get their stuff at a relatively similar price. So I would say, I'm just spitballing, I don't know for sure.
I mean, even on their own website is $14.99. So
okay, maybe they just have a set price because they've got a set wholesale price and a set recipe price. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right, so what we got, LJ, what you liked about working in store, what reasons working there? I've heard, not 100% sure, but October Expo could possibly be cancelled, don't kill if got work.
Apparently your audio is being doubled, but it could just be me.
Oh, okay. I don't know why it's being doubled.
My little Discord thing isn't lighting up, so I don't think it's...
I'm hoping it's being resolved. Right, so to answer these, answer LJ's question, what you liked about working in store, what the reasons working there. If I'm being brutally honest, I made the switch from smoking to vaping by going to a store and speaking to my old manager, Danny, before he was a manager. He talked me through everything, really nice guy, and it was just being in that environment, which is so different to a lot of other retail experiences. I just fell in love with the industry. There was so much to learn, so much choice, so much variety, so many flavors, and it was like, this is amazing, and it kind of pulled me in. I love working in store for the same reason. As a human, I like to help as many people. I was always taught to treat people how you like to be treated. A part of me, which I get from my mum, is I always help people as much as I can, even if it puts me out. And it's something I had to learn as an adult to try and cut back a little bit on, because I was putting myself in positions where it wasn't benefiting me from a health standpoint. But working in a store, building a community and having like a hub, a social hub where customers can come in, buy their stuff. You start, like Elliot as a customer, he's now become a good friend of mine. That would never have happened in any other line of work unless we were physically working together. But having vaping as that mutual connection brings so many people from different walks of life into your life. It's mental. And that, I honestly don't think I could get that from anywhere else. It's so sick. I don't understand how 80A Vape can sell their stuff so cheaply when the quality for what I need is really good. To be fair, Hansel, essentially what it is, the more you make of something, the cheaper it becomes. So they have factories that they obviously source their concentrates and make their concentrates in a certain way that makes it extremely cost effective, and they put barely any markup on because it's a high volume, less margin. So some companies will only shift 100 bottles of a flavour a month, but that's why they need their margin to be higher. Whereas 80A Vape, they will sell 10,000 bottles of one flavour a month online and through where they're stored, say like all your B&Ms, your Super Drugs, or whatever they are. That's why they can make them so cheap and still make money.
It's also for the fact that, like, we spoke about this a little bit on the podcast, but it's like if you do your own DIY liquids, you're already cutting half the cost.
Yeah, exactly.
So if they're doing the same, you know, they're buying hundreds of thousands of liters of VG, hundreds of thousands of liters of PG, like, and they're sourcing their aromas in, like, you know, thousands of liters as well. They're probably paying like
peanuts,
like 5 pence for every 50ml short fill of VG and whatever. You know, the probably the biggest cost they actually have is the bottles, the marketing and the shipping. That's probably their biggest costs.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, the more you buy, the cheaper it becomes, and because they're a high volume company that turn over a lot of products for a small amount of money, that's how they make money long term. But yeah, no, you are right. It's baffling that they can sell a 50ml bottle for $4.99. It's mental when you think about it.
Yeah, most of that cost is probably paying their marketing, their shipping, and bottles.
When you break it down, it must cost them like £1.20 to create from scratch to finished product, and then you plus their markup on it of being say £3, £3.50 a bottle. Let's just say for argument's sake, that's their markup. So they sell 1,000 bottles. That's $3,500.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just on. Do you know what I mean? That could be done in one store in 1 month. So they're a high volume company, whereas most vape companies aren't.
Yeah. Also, you know, they never claim to have the best flavors, and I don't think they steep their liquids either. It's literally just straight from the factory, shipped out, and you know, it's cheap. It's cheap liquid.
It's cheap liquid. It does the job for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And if you're happy with it, man, you crack on. It's exactly, not a problem at all. But yeah, that's how they do things so cheaply. They're just a high volume, low cost company. But then, for argument's sake, Unruly Juice, the Professor Green range, I know that cost price of that is ridiculously high, and the price to sell them 100ml bottles is yet again ridiculously high because of the concentrates they use and the branding and marketing they're using to try and get sales. So then they have to bump the prices up to make everything balance out. So it's such a contrast. It's mad. Tetley Man, we'll put it in the chat, mate.
Already did.
Oh, thanks, mate. But yeah, I find it very. I find this industry weird and wonderful. I really do. I don't think there's a lot of industries like it. Only thing is that with B&M and that sort of stores don't really know about vaping. Yeah, so this is something that doesn't annoy me because Sandra, who's 65 and works behind the fag counter, really don't care about your vaping needs. She's just there to do a job, and it's not her problem or her fault. She's just selling items from the store. That's literally her job. But you do, when it comes to vaping, when you're new to it, you need to know the vital components and the vital information so you can successfully make the switch. So it is quite frustrating when a customer will come in and then they won't know the answer to something. So they ask you, you tell them, you talk them through it, and then you're just trying to get them to understand that they can go get a £1 bottle of 10ml e-liquid. Why should they spend £4 on one? Because they're not interested in what goes in the bottle. They just want cheap and taste good. So yeah, it can be annoying, but at the same time, I've had customers come in with 88 vape liquid, with £1 e-liquids, whatever, and I'll talk through everything, set them up the way they're setting them up, and they're away, and they're happy as Larry, and they come back for coils rather than juice, and I'm cool with that. We're not going to discriminate and be like, oh, you have to use our juice to be a customer here. One, that's just a bit of a dick move, and two, you can't control that. The whole point of this community, and this is why I love it, is everyone helps everyone. And you find it as well. You go on any grape pages, any vape pages on Facebook and stuff, there are always people going, oh, I've got this issue, or what would you recommend? There are hundreds of people that respond to that almost instantly because it's a very tight-knit community. So yeah, I mean, I don't think you'll ever see 88 vape juices in vape stores. I don't know if that's a political thing or they just won't stock it because they don't want to. They want to hit your Poundlands, your B&Ms, your Icelands or whatever. It might not be part of their business model, but it doesn't really annoy me. What annoys me more is people that work in vape stores that shouldn't be working there. That annoys me more.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, people don't go into B&M and say, oh yeah, I need to, can you set me up with a vape? You're not going to expect someone working in B&M to be like, oh yeah, I'll set you up with this and batteries and this, that, and the other, and I'll tell you how to use it. No, they're not.
Yeah, they're not trained to do that.
Yeah, well, most people working in B&M are working in B&M because they have to. Like, I doubt there's many people that are like, oh, I love working at B&M. So it's like they know that they just go there for the cheap juice. Like sometimes I've gone in there to get 88 vapes because I like can't see you until the weekend and I've run out. And it's like...
I actually advise a lot of people, much to my higher ups' dismay. If someone comes into like Braintree's a very funny area. It's not affluent, it's not poor. It's like this weird in between. And when you serve customers every day, you get to see all types of people from different walks of life. So I'll have people come in going, "Oh, I've only got enough money for a coil. I can't afford to get a short fill. I get paid next week." And I'll be like, "Look, go to B&M, get a short fill. It's $5. Like that will tide you over." And then there are options for people because you don't want to start outpricing people. Right, hang on. So I don't stock it. However, I sell at Big Boot Sale in Essex and enough knowledge, but I walk through the product. I walk through the product. Good be there if someone... Sorry, my English is terrible. I didn't pass school. I don't stock it. However, I sell at a Big Boot Sale in Essex and enough knowledge, but I walk through the product. Good be there.
I think what they're trying to say is it's good that if someone's forgotten their juice that they can buy it from this person.
Oh, 100%, yeah. So that's the other thing. It's convenience. That's the other thing. That's why they sell so well. As a vapor, you have your preference.
Like I just said, like obviously you adhere to business opening times, you know, like 9 or 10 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. You know, by the time I get out of work, you're shutting on your way home. So if I'm like really up shit's creek, I've got to go in B&M or somewhere to get a thick juice.
It is a great alternative. But like I said, for some people, they're not massively in the industry where they're really chasing the most flavoursome e-liquids. They just want a juice to get by so they can keep them off the cigarettes. And if that's B&M juice, you crack on, mate. Like I said, I've done reviews for 88 Vape. And some of their juices, mate, I tell you what, I think it's a strawberry and kiwi they've got.
Yeah, I was going to say the strawberry and kiwi was a standout. It's the only one that I've tried from them that is like actually pretty damn good.
Yeah, for a £5, you cannot argue. It's a great flavour. Also, Beth, another shout out to Beth, she mixed the energy ice with their Parma violets, and oh my god, really, really nice. Because as you said, they're not the best aromas, right? And they don't claim to be. So when they mixed together, it made like more of a potent Parma violet with like this nice icy touch. It's really, really nice.
Can't imagine I'd like it much, but
yeah, if you're not like Parma violets, you won't be a big fan. But
no, it's more the energy drink that puts me off.
Right, so LJ's commented saying basically if someone walked them through the process kit or product.
Yeah, but B&M and Boots and Superdrug don't claim to be vape shops. People know they go to vape shops if they want to vape.
Argos stock Voopoo. Argos stock.
Really?
Yeah, go on their website, mate. They sell like Drag 2 kits and stuff. It's mental. And they're actually really fairly priced. But you're not going to go into Argos and and be like,
yeah, I can imagine that.
Can you be like, oh, can you set me up on a Drag 2? The bloke or woman or whatever's behind the counter is going to go, what are you on about? I just get stuff from Outback and give it to people, stamp your receipt, see you later. And I think it's having the customer knowledge to go, okay, so if I'm ill, I go to the doctors, I go to the pharmacy. You can get products from anywhere. I'm having problems with my vape, I'll go to a vape shop. Just gives us more of a specific thing. I've got no issue with anyone on the planet walking someone through a product, walking someone through a setup, as long as they're not giving them dodgy information. Do you know what I mean? That is my only thing. As long as it's the right information for that person, not a problem. I know a lot of vape shops I've been in as a customer, never been in them before, walk in there to see what juice range they got. They don't know I work in the industry, and then they try and sell me £100 kit to get me off cigarettes, and I'm like, well, I know for a fact I don't need that. You're just trying to prey on the vulnerable. And that's another thing that, you know, you have to be wary of. Because some people just think about till money. Do you know what I mean? Oh, why would I sell you a Pox for 20 quid when I can sell you a Drag 2 and you go, no different. It's 80 quid. Like, do you know what I mean? And that's just wrong. But if you've got the knowledge on something and you want to help people, yeah, crack on. As long as it's not false knowledge.
That could be a problem with I mean, how to put it? Like vape people that work in vape shops could, they're classed as like retail workers. So really, you could say anyone. Like I could get someone from someone could say I could get someone from Tesco to work in your store.
Yeah, 100%, and they could do the job.
The problem is that if you got someone from Tesco that works on a till to work in a vape shop, they're going to be fucking clueless. All they're going to know how to do is scan the item into the till and say, right, that's however much money that is. And you do have people that work in vape shops who are like, oh, well, it's the only job I could get is in a vape shop. I've got basic knowledge, this, that, and the other. And yeah, if I want to keep my job, I've got to make money. So I'm going to try and flog a £200 worth of vape stuff to an 80-year-old man because, hey, I can. And he won't know any better.
Yeah, see, this is from my personal experience of trying to hire from different stores. It is very, very difficult to find someone walking in off the street that has customer experience, retail knowledge, and vape knowledge. You have to, and I've said this to a lot of managers I work with, when they're hiring, you have to choose what you want. Do you want someone with customer service, or do you want someone with vape knowledge? Because what they lack, you have to teach them. Because like you just said, anyone can do my job. Absolutely anyone. I'm not saying it's a specialist job. What sets people apart is the knowledge of the industry and what actually helps people rather than making money. Like if Misha said to me, I've had 2 days, I've only made 20 quid a day, but I've made sure that them customers have got the right kit and I give them the right knowledge, I'm not angry at that. It's not her fault. She's done the right thing. She's not tried to missell them something. She sold them the right thing for their needs. I'd much rather that than worry about, oh, well, you've just sold, I don't know, an Aegis X kit with a load of batteries and it come to 140 quid. The bloke smokes 40 a day, he's on a 3 milligram, and he's going to come back in 3 days having a go at me because it's not working. And then I've got to refund it all. And then, just see what I mean? It's more hassle than what it's worth.
Yeah.
Yeah, Neil, you'd like the Palmer Violet mix. It does honestly be awesome. Imagine them at Argos. Yeah, I know, it'd be crazy, wouldn't it? Just going up an old Karen behind the till with a headset on and a red shirt. Just going, right, so what you want to do, right, is this is how you get to the coil. LJ, what I'm saying is someone getting off SIGs and don't know how to use the kit, I walk them through it, try my best research and explain to them to always start off with a start kit. 100%, mate, that is it. There's a lot of factors to it. Everyone is different. It's trying to, the hardest thing is trying to suit someone into a category, but once you've been doing it a while, you know that the selective categories that most people fit into, and you get the odd anomaly where they should be in a category but they don't get on with it, and you've got to try and get them onto something else. But to be honest, in this state of the vaping industry and the products we've got available, giving up is the easiest it's been, because the products just do it for you. Like, they just taste great, they work well, they're easy to use. Do you know what I mean? So for someone who doesn't want to learn all about the vaping industry, you don't have to anymore, which is great. I don't know how we got onto this weird tangent. But yeah,
I was trying to keep the conversation.
I'll just kind of let you guys get on with this. I was like,
oh yeah, shit. Nick's in here. So, hey, are you alright? You still alive?
Yeah, I'm still alive.
Sorry.
I was just like, I don't really know how to input on this
she's
one,
probably in a world of her own on Sims, just...
Yeah, a little bit of that too, actually.
Yeah, I thought so.
How you getting on with your Sims?
Yeah, what? Got a nice big house.
Nice. I'm actually really worried now, LJ said about this live stream not saving. Because the whole point was to, once we'd done it,
go back and watch it.
Just be straight on the channel.
From what I've seen before with live streams, they don't go up straight away. Like you finish the stream, and then normally it's like, I'll come back and you can watch it or something, but can't watch it straight away. I don't know, or is that just Facebook?
I've had the settings done to save, it as an MP4 after, because if I have to manually.
Well, there should be a setting in YouTube, because YouTube saves the live streams, like Nick just said, that you can like rewatch them, and then it saves it, and then it will come up live streamed 2 hours ago or whatever, live streamed 3 hours ago.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I'm on their page, and it's got nothing to do with. Oh, hang on. If I click live stream settings, allow embedding. This video contains paid promotion. No. Live chat. No, that's just those. Sorry about this, guys. I should probably. I can share the live.
It's a learning curve, though, isn't it? You know.
Yeah.
It's got analytics or stream health.
Right. Comments. Jay, get in contact with my friend. He has a thing called Hip Hop Juice. You would be amazed with them.
Well, we got some comments. Right, hang on 2 seconds. You crack on. I'm just checking with this. So, do you know what, guys? I am so over the moon. Thank you so much for coming on this, for you, Elliot, you, Nick, and everyone else. Just looking at the analytics live, we've had a solid between 8 and 12 people concurrent, which I would never expect. So thank you so much. 95 playbacks, and the average watch time is 15 minutes. That's mental. Thank you so much.
15 minutes out of about.
What's that, sorry?
Not a lot in the grand scheme of things.
No, but for your first live stream, I wouldn't people, do you know what I mean? I think, oh my God, we've been nearly streaming for 3 hours. That's mad. This goes so quick.
Do you want some food? You haven't eaten all day.
I'm not gonna lie, I do need a wee, but that's not the point. Right, so what we're saying on the comments. What was the first one you read?
LJ said that his mate or her mate does juices called Hip Hop Juice. You might want to get in contact because supposedly they're amazing.
Ooh, okay. I'm always game for a new e-liquid.
Dr. Twiskell said after their breakup, he bought a pouch of tobacco, smoked 2 cigarettes, and went straight back to the.
My guy. Now, do you know what that says to me, Hansel? Like, that says to me that your initial reaction was to go back to cigarettes. Your brain was like, that's what I need to do. But then once you tried it, your brain went, actually, we don't need this because we've got a better source of nicotine elsewhere.
Or it's like, this tastes fucking rank.
Yeah, all that. But if you ever need anything vape related, you know where I am, man. I'll always help out. Technically, man, it'll be on YouTube, won't it? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it will. And then Hans was put it all processed and it'll be uploaded. Absolute legend. Thank you so much for putting my mind at ease. It says no, they save, but record vids start getting lose it. What? Won't see your pre-recorded video. Do so many lives. Right. Okay. Okay. Fair enough. But yeah, no, Hansel, I'm so glad you stuck to it. Like, it's one of those things when we worked together at Game, which we're going back 5 years. It's before I was still smoking at the time, and I know I made the switch. I didn't want to be that guy that preached and was like, oh, you need to do this, it's so much better for you. I didn't want to be that guy. So when someone starts a new diet and they see results and they start telling everyone how they need to do that, I didn't ever want to be that person to go, oh, you need to do this. But over time, I'm glad that you stuck to it because you wanted to do it. And like I said, anything you need, hit me up, man. Like, any advice, any devices, whatever you need, let me know. We'll get it sorted. Because without being that preachy guy, once you quit smoking and you haven't done it for a while, you just think, why did I ever do it? But you only think that when you've got something else that is sustainable to not go back to cigarettes. So it's good. It's good. Proud of you. Handcrafted e-juice. Is it made in a bathtub? Is it bathtub brewed?
I was going to say, not to be rude, we got to be really careful. Homemade juice, just in case, you know.
Yeah, I'm not slating them at all. I'm just saying, like, you know, the general consensus of homemade e-liquids is until it's certified, a lot of places will not touch it.
Yeah.
And that's just a safety precaution. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. It's just everything has paperwork nowadays.
Yeah.
Did you ever go for a phase of vaping homemade e-liquids, El?
Well, I mean, DIY, so it's sort of homemade, isn't it?
Oh no, yeah, that's yours. You know about that. I mean, did you ever experience? Because I know you haven't been in the UK that long. Did you ever experience the time of vaping where you would literally go to work? Like, for example, before I worked in the vape scene, I would go to my job, and there'd always be one bloke who'd be like, "Oh, you need vape liquid? I'll do 100ml for like £10. I'll mix it up at home. I'll do all these flavors, and I'll sell it on at work." Did you ever experience that?
I have once in Braintree.
It was like the Braintree bootleg circuit, mate. It was everywhere. People in Tesco's like, oh yeah, my mate Dave works in Health and Beauty, knocks it all up, sells it at work, mate. Absolutely, like, it's the best stuff ever.
Right, so I don't think I was living here at the time. I was over here visiting and I was basically out of juice. and this fucking bus driver strolls up, and he's vaping some strawberry or something. It smelled amazing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, mate, can you help a brother out? Like, can you just give me a couple of squirts of juice? And he was like, he literally turned around to me and was like, here's my price sheet, and it was like 5 mil was like £2, and 10 mil was like £4, and
No
I was
way.
I basically looked at him and went like, "Are you serious, bruv?" Like,
that's mad.
I just wanted a couple of fucking squirts to tide me over till I can get to the shop, and you're trying to give me like a freaking foot-long price list you just got in your pocket.
It's like he's patrolling the streets, going, right, I've got my price list ready. When people smell this clouds, they're gonna want this juice. That's mad. Right, so LJ's got back in the chat. Home-crafted juice is not proper clean room, but got a warehouse, all shipped worldwide, and it's got all the paperwork. Hey, fair enough. Like I said, I'm willing to try things. As long as it's not got arsenic in it, we're all good. I'll try anything.
Suicide juices. New range.
Suicide
arsenic
juices.
flavour.
Yeah, if only it was like 2018, we could do Tide Pod flavour. Just put bleach in it. But Nick, what are you doing on The Sims right now? Give everyone an update, because everyone wants to know what sim life you're living right now.
So I'm playing with the witches at the minute, and I'm just playing with this mode. Really, I've never played with the witches mode. I'm just kind of discovering what you can do. Like you can practice magic and stuff, and you have this spell book. Can like decide whether you want to learn friendly magic or mischief or magic and whatever. It's pretty cool. Like you can literally like curse your great. But yeah, I had a like for most games you have like a welcoming party like, when you first move in, and I had a welcoming party. I was like trying to be friendly with this guy, and he just started having a go at me, so I kicked him out.
You'd be a really bad landlord.
Yeah.
First disagreement.
No. Like,
evicted.
No. It was a neighbour. Like came round for a welcoming party.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he just started being rude in my house. I was like, get out.
Bitch bye. So, Elliot, have you downloaded TikTok yet?
No.
Oh, you need to.
No.
It's consumed my life, mate. It's so good.
No, my girlfriend started talking about it and said she was going to make one, and I was like, you fucking having a laugh? And she was like, she got all upset, and I was like, it's just fucking cringe. And she's like, ugh.
Nick's got a TikTok. I've got a TikTok.
She got all upset with me and all aggy with me, and I was like, yeah, I'm not fucking doing that cringe shit.
Oh, Nick's done a TikTok. It's great. I love it.
Oh, I love it.
It's just no, it's not offense to you, babe. It's just in general. TikTok is just trashy content you can skip through so much of so quickly, and that's why it's so addictive.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You just swipe.
I've seen a few that are actually quite funny and quite well made, but most of them are just fucking trash.
I made one making a vape box that blew massive O's. You just cut a hole out of it, fill it with vape, and squeeze it. That's pretty cool. And I blew vape.
The thing is, I feel like
a bubble thing. That was cool.
I feel like TikTok is very versatile. Like before I actually had it, I thought, it's just one of those one of those apps where you're just learning a dance, lip sync. And yeah, there definitely is some of that. But there's loads. There's people doing art. There's people doing craft projects. There are the funny ones. They're the impression ones. They are the dancing ones. There's challenges that people are constantly doing. But again, it's like finding a niche. Like you could do a vaping through TikTok. Yeah, there's loads of different things. A Vice one.
It's pretty mental, to be fair.
Cooking ones. Oh, some of the cooking ones are like mini cooking videos.
No.
If I want cooking videos, I'll go.
So again, if you want cooking video, you kind of cut out.
I said if I want cooking videos, I'll go on bloody YouTube.
Fair play, mate.
It's like if I'm looking to cook something, I'll definitely do the same. Go on YouTube, but you'll just be scrolling, and then it'll just be like, oh, here's how you make this, and you think, oh, that sounds really nice.
So LJ commented saying, trust, he did all 3 juices in 3 days. Do these guys do Nick salts by any chance? Because I'll be all over that. I mean, I'll take your sub home, not a problem, but I'm a fiend for Nick salts. Neil put, the giant vape box is cool. Yeah, I know, it's just one of those things. I remember Danny introduced me to it when I was working with him. We were bored one day, and I was like, oh, this is dope. And he's just firing massive O-rings across the entire store from this cardboard box. It was really cool. The vape
I did vape bubbles in Freeport.
So
people were
good,
looking like, oh.
It's so mad, isn't it? Yeah, we did it when we went down by the lake. I just blew them onto the lake, so obviously because of the density in the bubble, it just sticks to the top of the lake and it rolls along, and then it like poofs out. It's really cool.
I've got another person in the chat, Devil.
Yes, bro. Vape is my love. What's up, Devil? Hope you're doing all right, man. Technically, man, I only got TikTok because it's the only place you can see Tommy Robinson these days. I mean, fair enough. Fair enough, mate.
And the developer has joined the chat as well.
Didn't ask, to be honest. Okay. I didn't ask what. Okay. No, unfortunately, that's all right. No worries, man. Like I said, I'm willing to try any juice. But yeah. Mad. I can't believe we've been streaming for 3 hours, mate. This is so like, I say so easy. It's so easy how the time goes.
I'm sort of, part of me wants to say like maybe we should keep joining the chat.
Yeah, that's
like
true.
The chat's still going. It's like we can't have like a whole day long live stream, really.
All of a sudden, we've jumped from 10 concurrent viewers to 18.
Oh, jeez, I didn't even see that.
That's mad.
Christ.
It's going up 19. Are you guys sharing this? This is mad. Mental. If you guys are sharing this, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it.
Great to see positive people.
Aha, positive people.
Right, my TV's about my TV.
Yeah, how's your makeshift setup going? The concurrent views are going up, mate. What is going on?
Jank's what's going on? 21.
We've got
24. Jesus, what?
25. What's going on?
Are we trending on front page?
What's going on?
Mad.
26.
Lockdown live stream. It's because you've called it lockdown live stream. People are just joining.
Right, gotcha. Makes sense. Fair enough. Well, thank you for everyone who's tuning in. We'll
26.
raid by.
We just love Jay, apparently.
Oh, thank you. Amazing. I mean, I appreciate it. I don't know why, but thank you. I'll take it. Robert, you absolute diamond. But yeah, so we've covered a lot in the last 3 hours and 5 minutes. I'm not gonna lie.
28 now. Almost at 30 people. Almost tripled in about 2 minutes.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Now, okay, we shouldn't wrap this up. Let's keep going. People are coming in.
It's like we've been doing it for 3 hours, but now we've got 30 people. Basically, 30 people watching. It's like, like they're just tuned in as we're wrapping it up.
That's mad. Well, if you guys are, let's get it to 50. I like Neil's thinking. If you guys are new to the channel and you like anything vape related, or you just want to come in for the live streams that are going to be more regular, then make sure you hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell. That way you'll get notified, and leave a like on the live stream. I really do appreciate it. Also,
we hit 30.
Jump in the chat. We are, we're just having a nice little chat about how people are dealing with lockdown life. We've been speaking about a lot of vaping stuff.
Who's the dishwasher? What?
Who's the dishwasher?
The dishwasher?
Oh, they're talking about Nick. Is that like a proper feminine, like 1950s boomer comment?
Or are they talking about your TikTok? You did that TikTok, didn't you, where you were like a dishwasher or whatever?
Oh, that's true. Yeah, we did do that.
Oh,
I put my head in the dishwasher. That's mad.
No, in the washing machine.
Oh, right. Yeah. Oh, I wish we had a dishwasher. That'd be sick.
Yeah, you are the dishwasher.
Yeah, I am, to be fair. I'm the dishwasher.
I'm the cooker.
But yeah. Now, we've come to this new agreement where when Nick's working, I cook. And then when she's off, she cooks. I think it's fair.
Yeah. Yes.
Holy, we're on 38 people. What is going on, man? This is
Oh, it
mad.
says 35 for me. It's not updated.
That's
It is.
Mad.
That's mental.
Wow. It's crazy. It's just a meme.
Hey, I'll take it. Fair play.
Memes are good.
I'll take
Memes
it.
are always good.
Nice. But how are you guys doing? For the new people that have just joined the stream, how are we dealing with lockdown life? Are you finding it hard? Are you struggling? Is there anything that's helping you get through the days? Are the days just blurring into one? Are your sleeping patterns completely screwed? Let us know. This is what we've been talking about. But yeah, I mean, for me, all the days have just blurred into one at this point. Real life doesn't feel like real life. It just feels like we can't go outside because they're updating the simulation. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy. Or they're changing the batteries on the pigeons, mate, because we all know that pigeons are just cameras set by the government.
Oh no, that's the ravens at the Tower of London.
Have you ever seen a baby pigeon? Like, genuinely, have you ever seen a baby pigeon?
No.
Exactly, because they're all battery powered, government made things, mate. They're all CCTV cameras. That's the conspiracy.
Do you want to know the maddest thing?
What's that?
So, I'm still playing Sims.
Right, okay.
And I just got a call on my phone on the Sim, and someone's trying to sell me shit over the phone on Sims.
Nice. Oh, Beth was telling us that there's like an influencer pack where like one of the jobs on Sims is you can be like a social media star. That's really cool.
Well, so this person's called me and saying, we'd like to send you a free sample of our newest product, earbuds, and you can basically say okay or I don't want earbuds.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna get some earbuds.
Nice. Hey, them knockoff ones you bought are actually well good.
Yeah, not too bad.
Right, what's going on in the chat? I'm suicidal. Bullying people helps me get through. Okay. Fair enough.
I said they can bully me all they want. I love.
Hey, fair play, man. Fire everything over at L. Orange Doggo said everyday lifestyle. What is it? This lockdown is like what you would normally go through anyway. Well, that's fair enough, man. Must be used to it. All's good. Not left my house for years. Oh, fair play, man. Must be difficult. L loves punishment, but that's a whole different topic. LJ, loving having the 3 weeks, but want to get back to work. I transport special needs children and getting fully paid. Man, you do a very admirable job. That is awesome. That's so sick. That offers a really decent service for people who need it. So that's really admirable. And then Hills put, if your stream is going to be as popular, we need a moderator. Wow. That's mad. I'm just surprised. I'm just surprised.
Yeah, that just spiked out of nowhere.
I mean, it's going down now. Yeah, but I'll take it. It's fine. Fair play.
Tellyman says apparently it's got to be an Arsenal fan.
For a mod. I mean, to be fair, if anyone wants to moderate, they can crack on. I mean, to be fair, El, you've been pretty much doing it for me today. You've been keeping
Well,
up
I
with the
don't
chat.
have the moderator permissions. I've just been keeping an eye on the chat.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Until I realised that basically I'm a boomer when it comes to live streams and I have no idea. So I think we're doing an alright job. Let us know in the comments. Yeah, like I said, we've been going for 3 hours, which is mental.
I don't think it's dropped now.
Yeah,
it's
starting to go down.
26.
It's on 31 on my screen at the moment, but oh well.
Maybe just see if anyone has any
back up
last
to
questions
35.
or anything.
Mad.
It's one of those. It's one of those difficult things to like, you know,
Gauge, innit? I can
know when
always-
to finish, know when to.
can always take a little break and come back later. It's not a problem for me whatsoever. Okay, Orange Doggo. So tell us about your everyday life. If this is what you're used to, have you got any advice for people that are struggling? So, for example, I know a lot of people who are extroverts are now being forced to become introverts because they can't leave the house, they can't do the certain things that they used to. Is there any advice you would give to help these people? I think it'd be much appreciated. I vote for an Arsenal fan for a mod. I mean, yeah, we're all good, man. Like,
I can be the moderator, but I'm not a fan.
fair play. The developer has
41.
3 weeks. 41. That's mad. The developer hasn't showered in 3 weeks. I mean, to be fair, if I wasn't doing YouTube or live streams or things like that, I probably would join you. I'd be playing GTA Online all day, every day, eating ice cream out of the tub and not showering, but not moving from the sofa. So I can feel you on that one.
Thank God they haven't invented smell-o-vision yet.
I have been showering every day. I'm just saying, if. Thinking about going to the army, that's really admirable, man. What sort of thing would you like to do in the army? Would you go into military, parachuter, like the tech side, IT, intelligence? Would you do? Yeah, there's so many avenues. You can. I think you. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think you can go into the army and just be like a plumber or a sparky, and learn that trade through the military. But even that's dope. And then LJ's put in doing an extra income doing my vape business. Hey, good luck to you, man. Like I said, Nick has just started her own website up, so she feels your pain. It's a tough business to get into because you can't advertise, you can't run adverts, but word of mouth, building a community, you'll get there, man. You'll get there. Elliot, it's 37 on mine. I'm on 42 at the moment, which is mad. Now back down to 41.
Yeah, I'm 41.
You on PS4? I am on PS4 actually. Yeah. I will put it in the chat. My actual username if you guys want to add it up. I sold 3 kids last week. Okay, this is definitely taking a dark turn. And then the developer went, "Oh shit,
I think it's pretty obvious we got some people that live under bridges."
That's fair enough, mate. Oh shit, was that you, Doggo? I thought I bought the Asian girl. Okay. Right. I'm an Arsenal fan, but I'm not able to moderate day streams, possibly night ones, but no idea what you have to do aside from blocking abusive comments. Like I said, this is a community built by you, driven by you, so whatever you guys want to do to help, you're more than welcome. I appreciate everything. I appreciate 40 people right now watching this. This is mental. And I appreciate everyone that has dropped in, so thank you. I'll put my PS4 tag in the chat right now. Give me a sec. This is going to sound really weird and expose me for the uneducated soul I am. But how do you spell assassin? A-S-S.
Possibly intelligence. Ooh, that's an interesting avenue to go in the army.
A-S-S. Assassin. I think that's how you spell it. I have the desire to take a poo. Legend. It's attached assassin. I don't know if that's spelled right. If it is, then great. If it's not, then it's assassin. All right. But yeah, add me up on PS4 if you want. I play GTA mainly and FIFA. So, Tellyman, YouTube chat, Jay. LJ, I've been doing it for a year and a few days, and I love doing boot sales when everything's back to normal. Come down and visit. Yeah, what boot sales do you do? If it's local, then yeah. If it's not so far away, do you know what? We'll come visit. We'll come say hi. Not a problem at all. Be nice to meet someone else that's trying to do this thing. Yeah, I know, developer. I do need to take a ninja class. I'm 27 years old, and I can't spell without autocorrect. I'm sorry. It's just the way it is. Yeah, possibly intelligence. Hey, fair play, man. That'd be so dope. That'd be so dope. Have the desire to take a poo. I mean, I would advise going to the toilet if you need a poo. Any tips on improving children selling business? Not my bag, mate. Not my bag.
49 viewers. How many more?
Any more? 51. Oh my god, this is mad. Okay, we had it for a brief second. It's come back down, but it's all good. Elliot,
apparently we did hit 51. Apparently.
Yeah, we hit 51. Yeah, mad. Now it's just dropping rapid, but it's all good. Elliot, any tips on growing a child selling business?
Nothing that I can say in public unless I'm going to get the around in about 0.2 seconds.
Lol. Oh, do you know how to get back in? Hello, people. This is Nick. She's dropped out of the Discord chat. You just have to click general.
Sorry?
Click general. And at the bottom it will say connect to voice. Oh, you've gone. And are you back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. Sorry, Nick keeps dropping out. She's on Discord. She's I'd love a drink if possible, please. Yeah, I know. I'm really enjoying this. This is mad.
I just had some lunch.
Can you just bring me a drink now? That'd be dandy because my mouth's a bit dry, like Gandhi's flip flop. Cool. So, can't wait for the PS5. Honestly, I can't. It's gonna be mad. Don't know if I can afford it, but we'll get there. Although learning something, not quite sure. Although learn something, not quite sure. I mean, fair enough. I mean, a lot of people I know that have gone into the military have learned a trade out of it as well as what they've gone in to do. I'm good friends with a guy who was a parachuter, but he also learned a lot of the radio service and all of the intel stuff of that. So now what he does is he works in telecoms, and he's got like a really good career. So it does work out that way. Definitely worth going. Man, need to take an English class. I already said that one. Yeah, well, back on 40. Dunton boot sale. I don't think that's that far, really. But yeah, we'll soon see what we can do, mate. Let me know when it's up and running, when you're going to be there, and we'll see if we can come down. 51. Let's get to 100. I don't think that's very admirable, Neil. I don't think we're gonna get to 100, but we'll give it a go. Don't know about that. Forgot about that. Nice one, boss.
If we're gonna get to 100, you will need to make me a moderator. Someone a moderator.
Forgot about that. Nice one, boss. My friend Hip Hop in room. Oh, nice. Thanks. Nice to have you join on the live stream. I appreciate it. She's clapped. Yeah, well, that's your opinion. I think she's the most beautiful woman ever. So, suck a donkey dick. Andy J, thank you. And email him at support. Okay, I'll make sure I do.
What did I just come back in on?
Oh, someone called you clapped. So I said that you're the most beautiful woman I've ever laid eyes on. So, there you go.
Oh, thank you.
Everyone's got their own opinion, haven't they? Jay, you are an internet sensation. I won't go that far, but I appreciate it. And we'll send you a PS5. Okay, yeah, well, Sony want to hit me up, that'd be great. But yeah, mad. 41 concurrent viewers right now. That's mental. Hansel, are we still in? Are we still on the live stream? I haven't seen you pop up in a while. I want to make sure you're alright. You enjoying your Xbox? Are you enjoying this catastrophe of a live stream as background noise? Oh, thank you. Oh, you brought me cake. And a bounty. I thought this was your bounty, though. Oh, yeah, I just scored a bounty. Nice. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Devil. I appreciate it. I think it was just a bit of a tongue-in-cheek. It's all good. I'm still here. Good. I'm glad you are, man. I'm really glad you are. I've just been brought some lemon slice. So I'm going to enjoy that. What? Are you seeing all the ones that are held for review? At L, all the comments.
No, I can't. I can't see all those. No.
Oh, I'm mad. Oh no, I need to make you a mod. Some of these comments are absolute fucking banter.
Oh, I can imagine. Will be
mad. Orange Doggo just.
I mean, I've not seen. Well, Orange. I didn't see many of their comments, so I suppose a lot of them are.
Well, Orange
sketchy.
Orange Doggo just commented saying, "Don't you just ever fuck a raccoon?" I mean, what? Okay.
Yeah, that's probably why. That's why they've been put on hold.
Mad. Developer went, "I get you," so he's heard.
Trolls,
I appreciate it. And then tried to troll again, saying, "Oh shit, her forehead." Jeez. There's nothing wrong with her forehead, bruv. I mean, alright, it's your opinion. Cool. Then Neil's put, "So Jay, you going for a world record vapes live stream?"
People know I'm literally on the chat as well.
Probably not. I don't know. Nick, what a woman. Jay's a lucky man. Thank you so much, Rob. I appreciate it. She's also a nurse that is currently fighting the coronavirus outbreak on her days at work. And this is her day off. So I think that's personally very admirable. She's my hero. And a lot of people will appreciate what she does. So, yeah. Also, she brings me cake. So I can't really grumble at that.
I can't do that. Babe, bring me cake. Oh, wait, she lives like 20 miles.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, man. Well, the schools are closed, ain't they? What?
Oh, I think he's on about the fact that probably kids are coming into the live
gotcha.
stream.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that makes sense now.
Yeah.
Well, why isn't Corona cured? Banter. Because it's not that simple, is it? Devil hide. Oh, if you guys are seeing it, I can just hide it. It's not a problem. No, Robert, I really appreciate it. I do myself. I tell Nick how much I appreciate her every day, regardless of what she does for a living, but including that. And to be fair, the last 3 claps on the Thursday, she's come home just before 8. So she's getting out of her car, our entire street is clapping, and she's so overwhelmed. Like, it's mental.
It's been
so nice.
Yeah, can you make me mod so I can check these comments?
Yeah, I don't know how to do it, but I'm gonna have a little look now. Okay, so it's not on that. I must be able to.
Is it not in the chat? It might be in your YouTube settings.
That's what I'm looking at now. Yeah.
Thank you to everyone that claps as well. I'm just catching up on the
Oh, here we go. Did you clap your grandma? Oh my god.
What? You should make a Discord server. This is literally what we're using right now. So I have a Patreon server, which Patreon I'm still trying to grow. Obviously, I don't ever expect anything from anyone, but there is a Discord server through Patreon, which is how I'm speaking to Elliot right now and using Nick. So what I can do is with these live streams, I can build this Discord up. So if people want to talk on different live streams, etc., then obviously we can still do the setup that we're doing right now. It will get better. I have no overlays or anything. This is literally a test live stream, which is, I think, has gone quite well, to be fair. I've been really enjoying it. It does not feel like we've done this for 3.5 hours, which is mental. Did you clap your grandma? I mean, I need context. It must be great to be appreciated by society. Yeah, I think this is actually, Elliot, this is something I like your opinion on. So, and Nick, I was talking to Alex last night about key workers and how it's shifted now. So, it's gone from like shelf stackers, people in retail, care workers, the NHS, are now being highlighted as key workers. But they always were. They were just never appreciated as much as what they are now because we've not needed them as much. But we still have needed them. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I mean, like the fact that now like bin men are being recognised for the work they, people like that.
Yeah, postal service, like anyone that's still working, like we applaud their work now because we're like, oh, with all this going on, they still have a job to do because it's essential. But when society's function as normal, people look down on them and they don't think it's a real job. And I just don't get that. It makes no sense. The world is a weird place, man.
No, I really appreciate like all of the love and it's overwhelming. It is very overwhelming. Like a part of me, like I was saying this the other night, I feel like I'm not doing enough. Do you know what I mean? You always feel like
you could be doing more.
You're trying to do your bit. Yeah, you could be doing more. And then, like I was saying earlier, in the live stream, that there's just some weirdo world as well that actually diss the NHS, diss nurses, and
yeah. So for those of you who,
do you know what I mean?
For those of you who missed that, because it was like an hour and a half ago, there's Facebook groups being set up right now that are targeting people like the NHS and care workers. And saying that it's a big conspiracy that they've signed NDAs to like take patients that are being affected by it and they're dying, and like they're just basically calling the NHS murderers, which is the most backwards thing I've ever heard in my life. Their sole purpose and job is to help heal people in any way they can. And if you're one of them people that think that, then honestly, find a bridge or play in traffic. I spanked your grandma, Robert, with a clapback.
Right, Jay. Apparently, if you click on a message I type in the chat, you can click on the little buttons and set me as moderator. Apparently.
Right. Let me just find one of your commentos.
I'll put it in now.
Sweet. Clap the workers. Oh, yeah, honestly, like I said, even though I live with Nick, I still clap the workers. I still do what I need to do. Because we want to show appreciation for everyone.
I still clap for everyone as well.
There you go.
I don't just sit back and go, yep, that's it.
At least Corona is killing the old bints that have voted Conservative.
Oh, God. Right. Okay. Yeah, we're not getting political. All right. There's one thing we're staying away from. Politics just ends in arguments and war. So let's just not. And we did touch on at the start of this that we've all personally had people that have actually been affected by coronavirus, and it is a very tough time for people. The NHS are just killers, though, aren't they? Farming all the sick people and killing them together.
I deleted that.
I mean, no, they're not. That is not what they do. Mad. Oh, right, yeah, Tetlyman said, isn't it slowing in London? I personally don't know. I don't know if the facts or figures are actually confirmed yet. I don't know what the official statement says. Obviously, we're praying that it does, because then things will slowly get back to normality. But I don't actually know what the current status is. I know that we... haven't we reached over 15,000 deaths, which is just mental. I think we're going to be one of the worst affected, which is also mad, other than China, obviously. Oh dear. So Robert, when's your? Have you had like a interview with the army, or is it just like an initial thought process of going through the setup? What's your favourite e-juice? Yankee and Dutch Amsterdam I managed to get. Ooh. My favourite e-juice. See, we spoke about this earlier. If we were stuck on a desert island, and we'll ask you guys, for the people that have just joined, if you were stuck on a desert island, what would your setup be? Like, so in terms of device, tank, your e-liquid, and you can only have that. So battery doesn't matter. You have a charger, you have the electricity to keep it running. But what would your device and e-juice be? What's my opinion on vodka? I think it tastes like paint thinner and no one should drink it. Stuff's vile. It's grim, isn't it?
I'm hiding the trolls now, so we won't see any more.
Fair enough.
Cheers for that.
Love the appreciation every Thursday. Sad it's taken something like COVID-19 to recognise that. Exactly that, Neil. And this is what we've been saying. It's these people still have essential work and they still are doing essential key work across the country. It is sad that something like this has had to happen, but I think it has opened a lot of people's eyes, because the way society was going, and it still is to a point, which has been forced to stop, is everyone gets wrapped up in their own little world. I'm guilty of it. Elliot's guilty of it. Nick's guilty of it. Everyone is. Like, it's just the way we've been conditioned that you get wrapped up in your own little universe and you start putting blinkers on. And every now and then you need to take a step back. I think with this happening across the world is taking a step back. I find it mad that the world is slowly starting to repair itself. That's mental. But surely that opens people's eyes to go, all right, maybe we are treating this planet like trash and we should probably be a bit more careful. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, 100%. I honestly feel like, you know, what do they call, like, spiritual kind of, you know, speaking. But no, I kind of feel like the world does what it does for a reason. I feel like
yeah, of course,
the world had enough of humans, basically, you know.
Hey, hip hop juice has just joined the chat.
So it decided to, you know, kill people off.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
know. I just think
the universe works in weird and wonderful ways.
Like, it's an absolute awful, you know, coronavirus. Awful, absolutely awful.
It is, to be fair. But hopefully we learn from it as a species. Haven't got high hopes though. Human race is pretty self-destructive. They're my favourite. I think if I had to pick I can't pick a single favourite e-liquid because there's so many I just enjoy. Robert's put, it's just a thought, although I've had a call asking to do a medical, kind of for and against it. My honest opinion, mate, if you actually want to know, because, you know, you may not, my honest opinion would be try it, see if you like it, because you don't know if you like something till you try it. At least go for the medical, see if it's for you, and then that way you can kind of evaluate. If you don't take the opportunity, you might regret it later. Whereas if you do it and know you don't like it, at least you tried it, and you can say, well, at least I gave it a go, and I know it wasn't for me. And then we've got, yay, Elliot, Dr. Mod. Yeah, big up to you, El. Hip Hop Juice, first time on the show. Hi, thank you so much for joining. I really do appreciate it. You've nothing but good words have been said about you so far. So it's nice to have you on and speak to you. Someone's Elias just removed the message. I saw it before you removed it. Any tips on hiding a huge forehead? I don't. I would suggest a beanie, or if KSI does with a bandana, it works pretty well, so you could do that. Bit of a scar.
Yeah, any stupid comment, they're getting hidden.
Hey, fair enough, man. That's cool. You have full jurisdiction to do what you need to do. We still have 32 concurrent viewers, so thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Like, genuinely, we did this because it's something new. It's the first time we've ever done anything like this, so it will get better. We're really enjoying it. Can't believe we've been streaming so long. And yeah, you guys have been awesome, getting really active in the chat. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new to the channel and you like vaping content, and yeah, hit the notification bell, because I will definitely be doing more of these. I might even take a break and come back later. I've been enjoying it this much. This is actually going so quick.
Well, it does feel like we're just rambling on about nothing now.
Yeah, I know, to be fair. It's getting to that stage.
Right, Hip Hop Juice, Guna, LJ. Yeah, that's the plan. Oh, it's scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I can imagine, man. I can imagine. Could you imagine doing something like that, El?
I mean, I was always interested in the army, but like my mum always said, like I haven't got the discipline for it, and I think that's probably one of the only times she's right. Like I don't think I'd be able to handle the the guy, your superiors, that do this, do that, but like fuck off.
To be fair, mate, and I think Nick will vouch for that, that is one of my biggest pet peeves. I hate being told what to do.
Yeah.
I understand if I need to do something, and say like I've got a boss, and they go, "Oh, you need to do this." Yeah, cool, no problem. If you're telling me what to do, you do not have my attention. I'm like, no, I don't respond well to being told what to do. Ask me to do something, yeah. Don't tell me what to do. Is the Smok Novo 2 any good? To be fair, I actually think it's a really good all-in-one pod system that is very convenient. So it's got a decent battery life. It's got the mesh pods have got really good flavour on them. Pods for a Smok product, the pods were lasting roughly about 10 days, which is really good for a Smok standard because a lot of people know that their cores are very inconsistent. I did a review on it, so feel free to check it out. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. I've still got one in my drawer, I think. I haven't got any pods for it, so I've stopped using it. But yeah, I got mine in the resin blue. Really enjoyed it. Pretty good kit. No buttons, all auto draw. Good charge times. So if you want something that's all in, like compact, all in one, and no fuss, no mess, then yeah, they're really good.
Back down to 22 viewers.
Yeah, it's going down now. It's all good. It's not a problem. All right, let's see. Sorry, small fingers. I feel your pain, mate. I've heard it's not like this. I'm not sure. I mean, like I said, it's unless you actually do it, you won't know. So it might just be worth you sitting there thinking about if it's worth giving a go or not. I just think I live a life where I try not to miss any opportunity given. Always give it a go. If it don't work, it don't work. Oh well, who cares? You move on to something else. And then you've got Storm. Hello. I appreciate you joining the live stream. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Well, we'll see on Thursday with medical examination. Fair play. Give it a go. See what they say. Take it one step at a time. And Hip Hop Juice, no, it's not. I can see why you would think that. It's actually the Anakin Proton device in white. So white and rainbow.
Isn't that the one that looks like a water cooler?
Sort of.
That was the Aspire, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the Aspire. I think it was the X30 Rover. Pure white, and if you put a Cleto on top with a Fat Boy glass and Heisenberg in it, it looked like a water cooler. It was so dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've just got a range of devices that just sit on my office desk. So
I've put all mine away. I got fed up with them lying about everywhere.
Well, what I really want to do is I want to make a proper like display of them somewhere in the room.
Yeah.
I think it'd be really cool, but I just don't know what to do.
Take cues from Sophie Vapes and put them all in a colour code.
To be fair, that is really, really satisfying. No, Alien Kit though is one of my favourite all-time devices. We spoke about this earlier. It was one of the devices that helped me fall in love with the industry because of the time it come out, and the time I started vaping. It just seemed to line up. It was great. Proton is a good mod. Got taste. I like it. Yeah, it's not bad. I ended up switching the Scion 2 tank. The Plex tank it comes with off. I'm running a Nunchaku 2, then the Nunchaku 2, because I find I personally prefer the flavour from those. But yeah, the Plex tank's decent. Not much of a high wattage vapor. I had my time with the Cleto 120 for about 18 months, and I could not get off that thing. But then I was guzzling so much juice. But when you're vaping at 100 watts, it happens. So, yeah. Well.
Yeah, I've just finished my rhubarb. I've got the tank left. That's it.
So you got left.
Yeah, whatever's in this tank, which will probably last about 10 minutes.
That's fair enough. I'm just checking the analytics because I'm an analytic type of guy.
I wish I could get an easy-to-use vape. It's the only reason I've never switched from e-cigs.
Yo, Mark, honestly, go watch my review on the UL Caliburn Cocoa. It is one of the most simplest devices you'll ever use. It tastes incredible. No matter, you could put chip fat in that pod and it will taste great. I don't know what them pods are made of, mate. Well, I do, but you know what I mean. I don't know how they develop their coils. They're really, really good. Easy to use. No buttons. Only works when you draw on it like a cigarette. Easy fill. The coil change. You take the pod out. You throw it away. You put another one in. That simple. One of my all-time favourites. I would highly recommend it. Yeah, I was just looking at the analytics. The average watch time's gone up to 22.5 minutes. 116 playbacks, 1 chat rate, and 11 concurrent viewers. Thank you guys so much, honestly.
We've gotten rid of all the damn trolls.
Yeah, we got up to about 50 viewers, which was mental, to be honest. And yeah, we found out a lot of them were trolls. So we'll pop that on there if you're new. Don't forget to subscribe.
Are you still puffing the gold edition, Jay?
Oh, right. Cool. I'm going to show you something because you won't be able to see it on the angle, but I have all of your juice down here. I did the review. I love these juices, but I'm just not sub-ohming as much anymore. 99% gold, one of my favourites.
Noob.
Pot of fruit will go, is alright. The strawberry golden nougat's good. Very, very different to what I was expecting, but I like that. The blackcurrant bullion. Blackcurrant is not personally a flavour I like, but I know a lot of people that would enjoy that. And the platinum melon. So I do still have them. And I'm slowly going through it. I'm trying to get Nick to vape them because she's still using the Nunchaku 2 and a Valerian 2 kit. So she blasts through sub-ohm juice. But she's got so much of her own right now that she hasn't had a chance to actually use it. But don't worry. Don't worry. We are enjoying the juice. And I really appreciate you sending us or giving us the juice. It was really nice to meet you, man. No, honestly, Hansel, like, I wouldn't recommend it otherwise. It is literally it ticks all the boxes you just said. So give it a go. I don't think you'll be disappointed, to be fair. Or the Vapresso Extra. Yet again, same sort of caliber of device. Flavour's a bit better in the cocoa, but only ever so slightly. But yeah. Thinking the army though, yeah, it's up to you, man. Like genuinely, it's one of those decisions I think only you can make, but you need to sit there and really think about it yourself and weigh up the pros and cons. I think that
definitely agree with that.
Yeah, it's a military career is so rewarding if you go into it the right way. I know a lot of I say this in a weird way because I'm a weird guy. When I was at high school, I had a lot of nutters in my year group. Do you know, they were just nutters. They just were pure nutters. And a lot of them went into the army thinking, yeah, well, I'll just get to be a nutter for a living and shoot people. And a lot of them dropped out because they couldn't hack it, because they couldn't be disciplined, and they couldn't live up to the standards they wanted. They just wanted to be nutters. Oh, wow. That's so dope. Take it, man. That's so sick. The Fupu collaboration would be mental. Right, now you've actually moved, Elliot. I've only just realised, but now you've moved. I can actually think because
I think it's where my thing keeps jiggling around.
Hey, no, it's all good. It's all gravy. I'll leave it because I don't want to mess around with anything. But yeah, I'm gonna make an overlay so for the next one the box can be covered up. Oh, it's hearsay at the moment. It's fair enough. I hope it goes well, man. Honestly, Vupa are a good company. I'd love to work with Vupa. I think we're in touch with them, but I don't think anything's happened because obviously the lockdown and coronavirus, and they're a big company over in that part of the world. So yeah. Well, I hope you. Do you guys want to stick to 4 hours, or do you want to call it quits? Because it's entirely up to you.
Well, I was gonna say like we're rambling on a bit at the moment. Obviously, the chat's still going, but
yeah,
it's like we want to just keep going on and on and on just because of the chat, or do we just call it, you know?
Yeah,
call it quits for the moment.
I think maybe
this is a bloody long podcast.
Yeah, definitely. I think maybe ask if anyone's got any last questions. Answer
I think
those,
that's a good idea.
And then call it a day for now.
Yeah, all right, cool. All right, so if any of you got any last questions, pop them in the chat. We'll answer them, and then we're going to wrap up. I actually need to go to the toilet. I have for the last 2.5 hours.
Yeah, I need a drink, toilet, food.
Yeah, some something to eat. Honestly, thank you so much for everyone that has come onto this live stream. It has gone so much better than I thought it would. We may be back...
especially Neil, if he's still here. I think he's been here for the whole thing.
Yeah, mate, which is mad. Honestly, thank you so much. Like I said, if you're new, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. And yeah, you'll be notified for all the vaping videos. I usually post on a Tuesday, Friday, and a Sunday. And now we have live streams because we're in lockdown. I might even do one later. I'm not sure. But these will be very, very frequent. Right, Robert's put, they emailed us, but I'm very unsure, although they've asked to possibly do a project. No, genuinely, mate, like I said to you, it's an opportunity. Take it, run with it, see what happens. That's the only reason I've got to where I am right now, which isn't exactly anything to be like to look up to, but I'm happy with where my life is right now. And it's only because I've taken opportunities as they've arose. If they don't work, they don't work. You take the L, you move on. But if I know if I'd have looked back on opportunities I didn't take, I would now be kicking myself for not taking them. So think about it. I wouldn't have come up to Vape Expo and met you and had managed to do a review of your stuff and just genuinely meet you, have that interaction, if I didn't take the opportunity to work in this industry and then choose to do the YouTube stuff and things like that, just see how it went. Do you know what I mean? So opportunity is key. You've got to take them. No, Teddy man, thank you very much for sitting in the chat and asking. Oh no, Neil's on a work call. It's fine, mate. You'll see that is dedication. Working and being on the live stream and being in and committed to the chat.
This guy's an OG.
Yeah, can you? I know, like I said, I'm a live stream boomer. So can you make like badges for people and stuff?
I don't know if you can do that on YouTube. I think not unless you've got a join button. I think I know you can on Twitch and stuff for donators and whatever and subscribers, but
yeah.
YouTube, I think you need a join button or something.
I was going to give Neil a little OG badge. I think it's fitting. But yeah. Right, so
wrap up there.
Yeah, if that is everything, then guys, then thank you so much for joining this live stream, getting involved. It's been so nice meeting you and talk to you guys. Thank you, Elliot, for being on there and also becoming a moderator. Almost
no problem at all. And
good to catch up,
you said we'd never managed to do a podcast slash stream that's longer than the first one we originally.
Yeah, that's mad. To be fair,
I've beaten it.
I know. Yeah, you came, you saw, you conquered. Fair play to you, man. To be honest, I never thought I'd be streaming for this sort of period of time. I look at Twitch streamers and I think, how do you do 8-hour streams? Now I can see how easy it is.
Oh, it's gone really freaking quickly.
Yeah, exactly.
The only reason I know is because of the fact I'm now hungry, tired, and thirsty.
Yeah, mate, that is true. Thanks for putting the link in there. Appreciate it. Well, I'm sure Nick appreciates it. Don't forget, if you want to have a look and want to grab anything from our new channel sponsors, the website is called vapesofthesevenseas.com. .uk. They do all sorts of vape supplies, and if you use Jupiter10, it is a 10% off your entire order discount code.
Thanks for that, Elliot.
Really appreciate it. But yeah, I will be back. So if you did enjoy this, make sure you subscribe on the notification bell, because then next time I go live, you'll be able to see it. And I'll be less of a noob, and I'll have a bit more help. So thank you so much.
My bloody webcam, I look stretched.
I know, I need to do an overlay and then sort the aspect ratio out. All right. But yeah, thank you guys for joining. I really appreciate it. Nick, thank you. I know you've been sitting there playing Sims and stuff, but I appreciate it. And yeah, I shall see you guys in a little while. Peace. Right, let's end this live streamage. Are you sure you want to end? Yeah, why not?